T-R-U-F. Truth.
He's the mirage in the rearview glass.
It's Ray from Dallas.
Was he here? Was he there? Was he ever mine?
Ray from Dallas?
Just a trick played by time.
This dude is savage as fuck.
Or just a dream?
What up, Ray from Dallas?
Ray from Dallas, tell me true.
He's fun.
Hi, Ray.
This appears to be a black man.
Ray from Dallas.
Let's take this walk.
Is he real or just a dream? Falling stars or a laser beam? Ray from Dallas, tell me true. Are you the myth or the man I knew?
This dude is
Savage as fuck.
I'm the champion, feel the rush, the crowd goes wild.
Obviously, obviously, yeah, obviously. Obviously, yeah, obviously. Tell them, obviously. I know these niggas don't want me to win, but I'm sorry, G. I know they thought I wouldn't come back and pose on them hoes, but nigga, it's time to eat. I got a vendetta. Any one of you niggas, I been better. Got them gritting they teeth without gritting at them. Took a second away from the table, it's time to feast. Heard they was mumbling, talking up under their breath. That nigga a hoe, he soft. That nigga lame. That nigga bitch, he puss. I stood on business, that's law. I had them running that booth and tucking they tail and scared to put me on a song. I had them cuffing they bitch and thinking I hit. Shit, boy, what you on? Couple years off, and I'm back in this motherfucker. Nigga, do somebody, then fuck your recognition. You don't like I'm spitting, nigga, better shoot somebody. The game and full of clowns, I don't believe you sucker. Niggas better leave me be okay. Niggas better watch their speech, okay. You better than me, no way, Jose. I could be cutthroat and I'm all out, but I let them get paid for a minute. Let them look gang for a minute, but really they hate cause I never look lame for an image. Never be fake, I'm a realist, I'm solid. I went out and got it, I promise I'm with it. Want me to switch up and get soft on so you can make it, I promise I get it. I know some secrets I never tell, but most of you rap niggas got bitch ways. Quick to tell on you, get jammed down, couldn't sit down 5-6 days. Put him and him in a crossway, but a gang member on display. That's the same nigga with an AK on the block yelling out gunplay. That's the same nigga with a trap house and he been through it so he no pain. Look in the face of a realer. Laws come questioning me, I don't know names. Bitch, I really come from the trenches. Kathleen crashed out like road rage. Be done snapped out and got life in the pen, cause most of you niggas got hoe ways. Man. See, most of these niggas got hoe way. A lot of these niggas be out here faking and fucking on these motherfucking tracks, talking that gangster shit. You too young to be done been through something, young nigga. You too young to be done been through something, nigga. Don't tell me about what you done been through, nigga. You ain't never stood over nothing. Nigga, you don't have nightmares at night, nigga. This shit sound good on the track. Now you got the other niggas out here crashing out cause they think you been through it and you they favorite rapper. Sit down somewhere, nigga. That shit lame as fuck, boy. You niggas really done piss me off. See, I see you nigga really done piss me off. See, I won't fuck with none of you puss ass rap niggas. Fuck you niggas. You niggas see me all the time, nigga. Hit me in my mouth, nigga. Pussy nigga.
Salute, salute, salute. Man, shout out to everybody down here from that 214 to across the states, to across the pond. Salute. Thank y'all so much for being here, man. I love all you mother fudge cakes with everything in me and them's. And shout out to all you beautiful people who are with me. Catherine, Mevi, Groth, Mo, Esk, you understand me? Who else in the building? The beautiful Charlie, Rachel, and everybody in there pretty kooky. What's poppin'? Right? What's poppin'? Oh, I think I got the wrong thumbnail up there. It's all right. What's poppin'? I think I did put the wrong thumbnail. Give me 1 second. I got to fix this shit. Yeah, I may hear a little echo or something, but don't worry about it. It ain't gonna last for long. 1 second. I gotta make sure I get the right thumbnail up because I was rushing the names. Shout out to the beautiful Helen Keller. You see me saying hello? Hello. I'm sorry. Yeah, 1 second. Wrong fucking one. Hold up, my people. Hold up. Hold up, my people. I got to get this right thumbnail up there. Because we got to identify all these people. I guess I'm only, one in few and many, who watching this case. Y'all give me 1 second. Oh, there it is. Y'all know what? My silly rabbit tricks is for kid ass. I already had the thumbnail up. Just didn't have it right there, right? But salute to everybody, man. Y'all know I'm Mr. Blunder, so you know it's going to happen, right? Salute. Welcome to my world. Blunderonomics. Oh, and I'm so happy, Helen Keller, that you're the only one I listen to. And I'm going to make sure I hold it down. Moesha, I know. I'm sorry about that. Shout out to the beautiful Patches and everybody in the building, right? I'm going to go and get right into it because, can the jury trust the badge, right? Key officer takes the stand in Richins' case. Let's take this walk. Shout out to Dobie in the building. Salute, Dobie. Salute to the beautiful Mo S, because I know you said you'll be right back, but salute. Let me salute you again, right? And before we get started, man, if y'all rocking with me, y'all see the Cash App up there. Y'all could memberships. Y'all could do super chats, man. But if y'all can't do nothing else, please just like and share this for me, because that mean the most, right? Because we need them algorithms and thems, right? Yeah, you ain't lying. It was an hour ago, right? Now, this case personal to me, right? And I want to tell y'all why it's personal to me, right? It's because of the Karen Reed case and what she went through and what the GOAT went through, right? So today, Deputy Vincent Nguyen testifies in the Kouri Richins trial, examining crucial evidence and supporting the prosecution's theory of fentanyl poisoning by Kouri Richins. His professionalism and credibility as a witness play a crucial role in conveying this important testimony he about to give today, right? So, I say reasonable doubt, innocent, or guilty, right? That's what I got with this picture right here. I'm going to pull this back up. Reasonable doubt, innocent, or guilty, right? And if y'all ain't checked out my last video, right, please go check that out. And if everybody could do me a favor, can y'all please start hyping these videos for me when y'all get the chance? Pretty please, right? After I get through the next day, if you wake up, think about it, just hype it for me, right? Reasonable doubt, right? Innocent or guilty, right? And that's where we at with this case. Because when a case reaches national attention, every word's matter, especially when it comes from law enforcement, right? In high-profile trial of Kouri Richins, the courtroom shifted focus to one crucial question. How credible is the officer on the stand, right? The jurors are instructed to weigh testimony carefully, and when the deputy presents evidence in a homicide case involving alleged fentanyl poisoning, credibility becomes everything. So today in this episode of Reasonable Doubt, Innocent or Guilty, what makes an officer's testimony powerful in a murder trial? how jurors are instructed to evaluate the credibility, the importance of consistency, demeanor, and documentation, cross-examination tactics used to challenge law enforcement witnesses, while officers' testimony can either strengthen or weaken the prosecution's case. Right? When an officer takes the stand in a major case, they aren't just recounting events. They're representing the integrity of the investigation. Every report, every body cam detail, every interview conducted becomes part of the jury's evaluation. Ladies and gentlemen, the prosecution relies heavily on a structured evidence presentation. But the defense job to test reliability. Were procedures followed? Was evidence preserved properly? Were statements documented accurately? These are the questions that can shape reasonable doubt, especially in a serious case as this one. The jury just don't decide based on the headlines. They decide based on credibility, clarity, and proof beyond a reasonable doubt. Right? Beyond a reasonable doubt. So if you think she's guilty, or you say she might be guilty, or she probably could be guilty, like all the great defensive lawyers tell us, you vote not guilty, right? Because when you got somebody's life on the line, right? If it's beyond a reasonable doubt that that person is guilty, you vote guilty. But you can't be like, I think, she probably, they might, could be. No. If you having them thoughts, right, then you vote not guilty. That's why I got the shout out to the GOAT and Turtle Boy, right, for raising awareness around the world, right, to big high-profile cases like this, where we can see that law enforcement, shout out to Bob in the building, we can see law enforcement plays crucial in anything, right? And that's just the truth. And today, we have Officer Nguyen, Officer Vincent Nguyen, right? And remember, it ain't what we feel about a person. We got to take our personal feelings out of it. It's our civil duty to look at this clear-minded, right? No matter what the headlines say, you have to look at the evidence, and the evidence will tell you guilty or not guilty, right? And today, we go over it again, because earlier I had Corman and I had the other guy, I can't think of his name, right? The two most powerful witnesses, right? Reasonable doubt, right? If y'all ain't seen that video, go check it out, right? Because there's no way them two big witnesses right there, if that's their power players, right? It was reasonable doubt written all over them. Now, you want to know why it's reasonable doubt in this case? Why I don't think this woman is guilty? Let's continue. Boy, shout out to this lawyer, though, right? Hold up, no cap. Hold up. Let me find Cuz name. Shout out to him. Listen, when I tell y'all I'm not capping, let me find out Cuz name real quick. Because he is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Shout out to the lawyer Alexander Ramos. Lawyer Ramos. Boy, hold up. Lawyer Ramos is the truth. Do you hear me? And y'all finna see why he the truth, because he got a client. Shout out to the General MC. Happy birthday, my guy. Go, General, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip a Bacardi like it's your birthday. Hey, y'all know we don't give up. It's your, everybody throw up them happy birthdays for the General and turn up for him. Man, happy birthday. I was on your chest shot now. Happy birthday today, too, but the General be so in the game. Y'all know I call the General the natural, right? And he's showing that the General is a power player. Like, real talk. It's like a takeover with the General because he's so meticulous with the way he moves. I'm talking about when you're talking about having everything, right? I'm talking about everything, every corner you could cut. The General, a.k.a. the natural, has mastered it. And salute to you, General, for all the great work you're doing over there, big dog. Oh, boy, if y'all ain't see the General today, boy, I advise y'all to go over there and check out that video in my NBA Jam voice. He was on fire. Big facts. Shout out to the beautiful Bliss. Texas in the building. Salute, sweetheart. Like I say, this is my thing right here, y'all. It's my duty as a civil duty to look at the case for what it is, not what the headlines say. Reasonable doubt, innocent, or not guilty. If it's reasonable doubt, you vote not guilty. If it's no reasonable doubt, you vote guilty. And if you look at my last video, Carmen, the most important witness, oh my, I seen nothing but a bunch of reasonable doubt. Now let's get into Officer Newman.
Afternoon. I don't know what time it is.
Good afternoon.
Let's start off where we just left off. Ms. Shervanack was asking you questions about what it is that you did or what you would have done had you found certain things. Fair?
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you arrived, what we just saw, the videos we saw, that's from your body cam.
Yes.
You indicated that it is always off unless you turn it on. I think is what you meant. I think you said it's always on until you turn it on, but what you meant was it's always off until you turn it on. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in this case, we saw clips of it. Would you agree that's correct?
That is correct.
That is not from the beginning to the end, correct?
Correct.
Now, you didn't participate in which clips were shown, correct?
I was not.
Okay. Now, at one point, you do turn off your body cam. Do you recall?
I don't recall.
You don't recall doing that?
I don't recall.
Okay. If you had turned it off, when would you have turned it off?
When the call was over.
Okay. So if you were still inside the house doing the investigation, the camera would remain on?
Yes.
Okay. And if you had turned it on or off, you would have indicated that in your report, correct?
Yes.
For any other reason other than the call was over. Excuse me.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you indicated that you arrived around 3:40. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, you left, I believe it's Officer Deputy Pimentel. You let him check out. Is that correct? When it was time for him to go off duty.
I think so.
Okay. How long were you there?
I don't recall.
2 hours?
I don't recall.
Were you there when the Mr. Richins' body was removed?
I was not.
You were not. So it was before then?
Yes.
Okay. Was it before or after Mr. Gene Richins arrived?
It was after.
Okay. Do you recall anything about when you left?
I don't.
Okay. Do you recall seeing Detective Woody?
I don't recall.
Would looking at your report refresh your recollection? Do you have a copy of it?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Could you go ahead and pull that up, and I'm going to see what you have.
You don't recall. You don't remember. Is this giving anyone deja vu? This is the officer, of the law, right? The lead man. I don't recall. Huh? Are you kidding? Listen, y'all, we're just going to play a little bit of the front again. Listen to this.
Afternoon. I don't know what time it is.
Good afternoon.
Let's start off where we just left off. Ms. Shervinack was asking you questions about what it is that you did or what you would have done had you found certain things. Fair?
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you arrived, what we just saw, the videos we saw, that's from your body cam.
Yes.
You indicated that it is always off unless you turn it on. I think is what you meant. I think you said it's always on until you turn it on, but what you meant was it's always off until you turn it on. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in this case, we saw clips of it. Would you agree that's correct?
That is correct.
That is not from the beginning to the end, correct?
Correct.
Now, you didn't participate in which clips were shown, correct?
I was not.
Okay. Now, at one point, you do turn off your body cam. Do you recall?
I don't recall.
You don't recall doing that?
I don't recall.
Okay.
Now listen, we're going to go over the body cam one day, right? But this is testimony. This is the first half that I'm doing tonight. Clips of body cam. Turning off your body cam. What do you mean you turned off your body cam, officer? What is this? What is this? I'm not going to front to y'all. I love the police, right? We need the police, right? We need them. Shout out to the Ultra Manga Dog in the building. Salute. How about them Georgia Bulldogs? They coming back hard this year. You better tell them how they coming this year, Maga. Right? We need the police because if we didn't have the police, then everybody could do everything. Right? But that's why I do love the police, but I don't love corrupt police. I don't love police who misremember things. I don't love police who say they don't recall, right? The absolute audacity, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to the beautiful Queen, BKC1 in the building. Salute, beautiful. Don't do that. You turn off your body cam. What is this? You know, as widely spread as how cops turn off body cams and like how that officer in Florida, Zachary Wester, was turning off his body cam. And I don't know if I showed that to y'all before, but we're going to have to go over that one day. Him placing drugs, planting them on people, right? You know why they do that? Officers like this, and I don't respect this guy. It's because they dirty cops. They're dirty. You don't turn your body cam on and off when you want to, right? But shout out to this this lawyer. He the truth. Oh, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. I'm going to keep it going.
Go to the station, it uploads.
Okay. And did you do that here?
Do it where?
In this case?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
And where did you do that?
I don't recall.
Now, this wasn't the first time you were wearing that body cam, was it?
It was not.
Okay. How many times had you worn that body cam before March 4th?
A lot.
5?
More.
20?
More.
100?
More.
Thousands?
Possibly.
Okay. And in those thousands, you've uploaded videos of your body cam, correct?
Correct.
You're familiar with the footage and how to upload it.
At this time, I don't remember because we changed systems, and I don't remember how that system worked.
Does it have a little USB cord?
No, I think it automatically Wi-Fi at that system was a Wi-Fi.
Perfect. So now we have Wi-Fi. Which Wi-Fi? At your home?
No.
Okay. Where?
A secured Wi-Fi at the office.
Okay. So you would have come back here, just across the ways here, correct?
Yes.
And would it have been in your desk?
No.
A separate room?
No.
Where?
In my car.
In your car?
Yes.
So you connect to the Wi-Fi in your car or to the station?
Station.
Okay. So you come back and you do a Wi-Fi upload, correct?
Correct.
Now, at one point, you're told that it's been uploaded successfully.
I don't get notification that it's been complete.
So you just show up and it just automatically goes?
Yes.
You don't press a button saying upload?
No.
Okay, so now the software system it's an automatic Wi-Fi connection without you having to do anything to your body cam. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And at one point, you did review what we just saw, or the full length of the body cam we just saw, correct?
Correct.
And you made sure that it was complete, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So if there's, actually, let me ask you this. In your report, since you don't remember, in your report, can you please look to see if you indicate that you shut off the body cam for any reason?
I did not.
So you did not shut it off?
No, I did not put that in my report that I shut it off.
Okay. Now, sitting here.
Oh, this is the Kouri Richins trial. This is Officer Vincent Nguyen, right? We're watching how silly this officer is looking, right? And I'm looking at people around the world because I was watching the GOAT show last night, right? And it was like 90% to 10% basically that this lady is guilty. I'm like, what have these people been watching? Have they been watching the trial like me? Now, look, I could be wrong. We thought Faust was innocent, and they convicted him. I could be wrong. But this guy say he uploaded his body cam thousands of times, right? Right? He turned it off. Mo, in clips, they play, he turned it off, right? But he done did this thousands of times. Then he didn't put that in his report that he turned his body cam off, ladies and gentlemen. This is like deja vu to me. This is like deja vu to me. Let me play this clip again. He turned it off right after, like he was cutting it off on and off, right? Let me play this again because, boy, shout out to lawyer Alexander Salmo. He the truth. Let me play this because he finna cook. When I tell you this dude is on fire, let me play this again because I'm telling you, this captivated me.
Go to the station, it uploads.
Okay. And did you do that here?
Do it where?
In this case?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
And where did you do that?
I don't recall.
Now, this wasn't the first time you were wearing that body cam, was it?
It was not.
Yeah, Mo,
Okay.
during
How
her,
many
when they
ballpark,
came to the
have you worn that
house.
body cam before?
When they came to the house and she called.
A lot.
5?
More.
20?
More.
100?
More.
Thousands?
Possibly.
And in those thousands, you've uploaded videos of your body cam, correct?
Correct.
You're familiar with the footage and how to upload it.
At this time, I don't remember because we changed systems, and I don't remember how that system worked.
Does it have a little USB cord?
No, I think
Yes.
it's automatically Wi-Fi.
The night that he came
That's
to
the
the
one
house
with
that he
Wi-Fi.
was
Perfect.
there.
So now we have Wi-Fi. Which Wi-Fi? At your home?
No,
Okay. Where?
a secured Wi-Fi at the office.
Okay. So you would have come back here, just across the ways here, correct?
Yes.
And would it have been in your desk?
No.
A separate room?
No.
Where?
In my car.
In your car?
Yes.
So you connect to the Wi-Fi in your car or to the station?
Station.
Okay. So you come back and you do a Wi-Fi upload, correct?
Correct.
Now, at one point, you're told that it's been uploaded successfully.
I don't get notification that it's been complete.
So you just show up and it just automatically goes?
Yes.
You don't press a button saying upload?
No.
Okay, so now the software system it's an automatic Wi-Fi connection without you having to do anything to your body cam. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And at one point, you did review what we just saw, or the full length of the body cam we just saw, correct?
Correct.
And you made sure that it was complete, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So if there's, actually, let me ask you this. In your report, since you don't remember, in your report, can you please look to see if you indicate that you shut off the body cam for any reason?
I did not.
So you did not shut it off?
No, I did not put that in my report that I shut it off.
Okay. Now, sitting here.
Look at that. Let me go there since I know where I'm at. I see Mo has said, what would the body cam have proved showed if he had turned it out, do we think? See, that's the question, right? These body cams are for a reason, right? They're going to get into it, right? They're going to get into it, Mo. I promise you that. When I tell you, man, listen, when I tell you this guy, Lawyer Ramos, when I tell, and I'm not capping, when I tell you, Like, when I tell you this one of the absolute best drillings. I done seen shout out to the beautiful Catherine. No, before. Yeah, it's after the fact, but why did he turn it off? A body cam is supposed to run. And they gonna get into that, like, but why did he do that? And trust me, when I tell you, Lawyer Ramos, and do y'all see, like, right, watch how this guy work. Watch how he looking at that jury when he talking to him. Watch how he work, my people. And shout out to the beautiful Catherine. I said that to you early. I know I was late. I'm sorry about that salute. I'm telling you, reasonable doubt, innocent, or guilty. That's what this case is about. Not if you think she guilty, she might, probably. No, it has to be 100% without a doubt that she's guilty. Lawyer Ramos. Oh, he's heating up, y'all. Watch how his posture is when he start coming. But you said, but the body cam is after the guy is dead. Yeah. It's after he dead, but why would he turn it off though, Mo? Why would he click on and turn it off? And then why would he act like he don't know where this thing connect? Why is he playing ring around the rosies, right? I'm not a lawyer like you. Or I'm not like or any of the great lawyers out here. I'm not, right? Because they think better than me. I'm just being a juror, right? Using my common sense and paying attention to do my civil duty the best I can, right? And I'm thinking to myself, what, especially after this Karen Reed case, right? Especially after that. Especially after that Zachary Wester case, before the Karen Reed case that I was into tough. Well, this dude was sending old women and all type of people to jail, planting stuff on them, turning his body cam off. Right? When the officer do that, I got a problem with that. Let's go to the next one.
Let's talk about how you secured the crime scene. Where we saw you going around the house was limited to the first floor, correct?
Correct.
Did you go anywhere else?
Oh, Mo said that he found evidence. Oh, we're going to get into that. Watch Lawyer Ramos start cooking. Watch this, Mo.
Let's talk about how you secured the crime scene. Where we saw you going around the house was limited to the first floor, correct?
Correct.
Did you go anywhere else?
Just the living room.
Okay. You didn't go in the kitchen?
No.
You didn't go in the garage?
I did not.
The detached garage?
I did not.
Okay. Now you took photographs, right?
Yes.
And you started getting bits and pieces about what happened, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And you started telling your fellow deputies about it, correct?
Correct.
And you start piecing everything together, right?
Correct.
Okay. You heard, for example, or you saw rather, when you arrived, EMS personnel, correct?
Correct.
Now, do you know any of those? Did you know any of those EMS personnel before arriving?
Before arriving, I didn't know who was responding.
But individually, have you worked with them before?
Only one.
Which one was that?
Sergeant Cernich.
Cernich. He's the one in the red, right?
Correct.
Okay. And Cernich and all the other EMS are talking amongst themselves about what happened, correct?
I assume. I wasn't listening.
Okay. When Detective Woody appears, shows up to relieve you, you don't recall whether you gave Woody any information about what you have learned?
I do not.
Okay. You would have put that in your notes.
That I would pass on information?
Correct.
Possibly. If not, I would just tell her, explain her a brief of what I observed and to pass on information.
Right, because this is a case where there's a dead body, right?
Yes.
And a detective is coming, right?
Yes.
You yourself told the family, told Kouri, hey, this is the protocol. This is what's going to happen, right?
Correct.
Because of his young age, right?
Correct.
Because he didn't have any mental health problems.
Correct.
Because he wasn't suicidal.
Correct.
All of these questions that you were asking Kouri were important, correct?
Correct.
And you were using it.
My bad. Now look. This was a dude, and we're going to get to it to where it's like how he is the lead, right? He did say Lil Woody, but Lil Woody was the most hilarious motherfucker this last year on trial, right? Real quick, Lawyer Ramos asked him, like, real quick, I want y'all to pay attention. This is a dude who was the lead. You didn't go nowhere? Hold up, real quick, listen.
Let's talk about how you secured the crime scene. Where we saw you going around the house was limited to the first floor, correct?
Correct.
Did you go anywhere else?
Just the living room.
Okay. You didn't go in the kitchen?
No.
You didn't go in the garage?
I did not.
The detached garage?
I did not.
Okay. Now you took photographs, right?
Yes.
And you started getting bits and pieces about what happened, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And you started telling your fellow deputies about it, correct?
Correct.
And you start piecing everything together, right?
Correct.
Okay. You heard, for example, or you saw rather, when you arrived, EMS personnel, correct?
Correct.
Now, do you know any of those? Did you know any of those EMS personnel before arriving?
Before arriving, I didn't know who was responding.
But individually, have you worked with them before?
Only one.
Which one was that?
Sergeant Cernich.
Cernich. He's the one in the red, right?
Correct.
Okay. And Cernich and all the other EMS are talking amongst themselves about what happened, correct?
I assume I wasn't listening.
Okay. When Detective Woody shows up to relieve you, you don't recall whether you gave Woody any information about what you have learned?
I do not.
Okay. You would have put that in your notes.
That I would pass on information?
Correct.
Possibly. If not, I would just tell her, explain her a brief of what I observed and to pass on information.
Right, because this is a case where there's a dead body, right?
Yes.
And a detective is coming, right?
Yes.
You yourself told the family, told Kouri, hey, this is the protocol. This is what's going to happen, right?
Correct.
Because of his young age, right?
Correct.
Because he didn't have any mental health problems.
Correct.
Because he wasn't suicidal.
Okay, now look. This is one of the lead dudes. You came in and stood in one place. You didn't go nowhere else, right? Nowhere else. You got a dead body in the house, right? And God rest his soul to Mr. Richins. You got a dead body in the house. And this dude talking about he wasn't listening to the cops. And like Lawyer Ramos said, when you document this, he said, no, I just passed it along. What you mean you were just passing it along? You got a dead body in this house. Every piece of material is crucial. And you have this Yokozuna looking motherfucker talking about he passed the information along, or he just stood in the front room. He didn't go nowhere else. Are you kidding me? Like I asked everybody, is there reasonable doubt? Is she innocent or is she guilty? Oh my. Shout out to Lawyer Ramos, right? And I'm not, and shout out to the beautiful cat. It ain't that. It's this dude impressed me, right? Because you finna see how he started looking at this jury. Watch how he started crushing this dude. He started looking at this jury and that's what I like that. Let's get on to the next one. Watch this, y'all.
Were important, correct?
Correct.
And you were using it not only to fill out a form, right? It was to gather information.
On the form.
But for yourself.
On the form, so that we're required to ask.
Okay, so you weren't trying to get any information to pass it on to any other detective coming in to see what happened to Mr. Richins?
Yeah,
yes.
I was getting additional information.
Of course, because this is important.
Yes.
Right? Just like as counsel had indicated earlier, precision in this profession matters, and it matters even more in your profession, correct?
Correct.
So, you're there, you're gathering information for whatever's to come, correct?
Correct.
Because you don't know what's going to happen to this case that you were dispatched to, correct?
Correct.
You don't know if somebody's going to be charged, correct?
Correct.
You are a fact gatherer, correct?
Correct.
More importantly, you're a truth seeker, correct?
Correct.
Because you don't care, or shouldn't care, what this piece of evidence here means, correct?
But I do care if it's evidence.
But that's important. My point is this, is you are going to approach every single piece of evidence equally.
Correct.
Okay? And in order to do that, you need to know what it is that you're looking for, correct?
Not necessarily.
Okay, let's take this example. You knew that they had taken a celebratory shot, correct?
A drink?
A drink.
Yes.
Okay. So, you know he's young, Mr. Richins, correct?
Correct.
You know that the protocol is to have a deputy and a medical examiner come in, correct?
Correct.
Because it's unusual that he died, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So maybe something is in this drink, correct?
Possibly, but...
Possibly.
You a fact finder. You a truth seeker. Man, Lawyer Ramos got his eyes wide the fuck fudge cake open. And he is pissed, right? Because it's an oath to be a police officer. You are a fact finder and a truth seeker. And shout out to the beautiful Cindy, if I ain't say that. The most important thing is gathering all the information there is possible. Because if you're trying, if you on a case like this, where a person could go to jail for life, you are a fact finder. You are a truth seeker. I'm going to play this just a little bit more. Look how Cuz got his eyes open. He pissed. Look at him. And we just getting started.
Were important, correct?
Correct.
And you were using it not only to fill out a form, right? It was to gather information.
On the form.
But for yourself.
On the form, so that we're required to ask.
Okay, so you weren't trying to get any information to pass it on to any other detective coming in to see what happened to Mr. Richins?
Yeah,
Yes.
I was getting additional information.
Of course, because
Yes.
this is important,
Yes.
right? Just like as counsel had indicated earlier, precision in this profession matters, and it matters even more in your profession, correct?
Correct.
So, you're there, you're gathering information for whatever's to come, correct?
Correct.
Because you don't know what's going to happen to this case that you were dispatched to, correct?
Correct.
You don't know if somebody's going to be charged, correct?
Correct.
You are a fact gatherer, correct?
Correct.
More importantly, you're a truth seeker, correct?
Know if nobody gonna be charged. Correct? Correct. You're a fact finder. Correct? Correct. You're a truth seeker. Correct? Boy, Lawyer Ramos was not playing. Man, hold up. But let me turn up for him real quick. Listen, I turned up for him because he doing his job. And he doing his job right? Because like I say, when you an official, that's one of the most important things in the world to be, because you held to a higher standard, right? You don't play when it comes to stuff like this, right? Because somebody's life on the line. You don't be lazy like Officer Vincent Nguyen was. Clear cut, no debate. This is the defense. This is the defense, growth. It's the defense, right? This is the defense. Remember, use a fact finder. Use a truth seeker. Because you don't know if nobody is going to be charged. Man, when I tell you Lawyer Ramos was on, man, that dude right there. This is just the first half. Right, I'm going to give y'all the next half tomorrow or something. But this is just the first one. Because this is real, y'all. This is real. Look what the country just went through with Karen Reed. Look what we still going through with the GOAT, a.k.a. Trevor Boy, a.k.a. Aiden Kearney. Look what we going through. Police's job ain't to be lazy. Detective's job ain't to be lazy. They're there to get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And we can see clearer. Officer Vincent Nguyen was ready to go to the donut shop and get some fucking hoagies instead of doing his job. And it's disgusting.
Possibly. Did you possibly go to the kitchen?
I did not.
You did not. Did you possibly look in the sink?
I did not.
You did not. Did you possibly tell another deputy he was there, go to the kitchen?
I did not.
Did you possibly tell someone?
Let me stop that because I forgot to say this. Because remember, they had a little drink that night, right? She told him that. In the last clip, Lawyer Ramos was on him about the drink. Remember, you a fact finder, you a truth seeker. You know about the drink. Did you do this? Now let's go to Lawyer Ramos. I apologize, y'all. I ain't, like my favorite lawyer, Mo is, and my favorite lawyer on YouTube, Mandy Little. I ain't like them, right? But I'm using my common sense. I'm paying attention. I'm doing my civil duty, right? Listen to Lawyer Ramos. This dude is one of the best in the business, and I could tell.
Possibly. Did you possibly go to the kitchen?
I'm sorry, y'all. Cuz talking about possibly. Possibly. I'm talking about Officer Vincent Nguyen. The no-neck police officer right there. Head and shoulders. That's it. He talking about possibly. Who he think he can talk to Lawyer Ramos like that? Say possibly? Hit him with them bars, Lawyer Ramos. He said possibly to you like you was a peon.
Possibly. Did you possibly go to the kitchen?
I did not.
You did not. Did you possibly look in the sink?
I did not.
You did not. Did you possibly tell another deputy he was there, go to the kitchen?
I did not.
Did you possibly tell somebody else, go look in the sink?
I did not.
You did not. That possibly is important, right?
Yes.
Yes. When somebody loses their life, it's important, right?
Yes.
You asked, and we all heard, you asked Miss Richins countless questions, right?
Yes.
And she answered all of them.
Yes.
Yes. You asked her questions that were on your sheet, right?
Yes.
And then you asked her questions as things came up, right?
I did, yes.
Yes. Now, we saw you standing in the hall, and you were preventing people from going into her master bedroom, correct?
Correct.
To preserve the scene. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, the reason you're doing that is because of all of these possiblies, correct?
Correct.
So, one of those possibilities was that hydrocodone bottle, correct?
Correct.
Now, you took a picture of it.
I don't recall taking a picture of it.
Do you recall somebody taking a picture of it?
Yes.
Do you recall somebody opening it?
I don't recall.
Do you recall somebody taking a picture of the inside of it?
I don't recall.
Do you recall getting that hydrocodone bottle and putting it in an evidence bag?
I did not do that.
You did not. Did anybody do that?
I don't recall.
What? Shout out to Andrew in the building. What? What the hell did he? You don't recall nothing? This sound like deja vu. Are you kidding me? Like, these are officials. They take an oath. And you don't recall? You don't know who? Dude, you know this. Look, but I got the possiblies, y'all. Check him out.
Possibly. Did you possibly go to the kitchen?
I did not.
You did not. Did you possibly look in the sink?
I did not.
You did not. Did you possibly tell another deputy he was there, go to the kitchen?
I did not.
Did you possibly tell somebody else, go look in the sink?
I did not.
You did not. That possibly is important, right?
Yes.
Yes. When somebody loses their life, it's important, right?
Yes.
You asked, and we all heard, you asked Miss Richins countless questions, right?
Yes.
And she answered all of them.
Yes.
Yes. You asked her questions that were on your sheet, right?
Yes.
And then you asked her questions as things came up, right?
I did, yes.
Yes. Now, we saw you standing in the hall, and you were preventing people from going into her master bedroom, correct?
Correct.
To preserve the scene. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, the reason you're doing that is because of all of these possiblies, correct?
Correct.
So, one of those possibilities was that hydrocodone bottle, correct?
Correct.
Now, you took a picture of it.
I don't recall taking a picture of it.
Do you recall somebody taking a picture of it?
Yes.
Do you recall somebody opening it?
I don't recall.
Do you recall somebody taking a picture of the inside of it?
I don't recall.
Do you recall getting that hydrocodone bottle and putting it in an evidence bag?
I did not do that.
You did not. Did anybody do that?
I don't recall.
Oh my. Do you see how Lawyer Ramos is looking at that jury and the gestures and how he had, like, man, this is grade A right here. This is grade, and he's not playing. Like, he is pissed, right? And I'm pissed for him. Because possibly the nerve of that no neck, head, and shoulders, Yoker's on the look at my Officer Vincent to say possibly. And he didn't do a damn thing, or he can't recall who did. Oh, this nasty work, y'all. So I asked, reasonable doubt, innocent, or guilty? Come on now. Get him, Lawyer Ramos.
Having a celebratory drink, you found out, happened in the house, correct?
Yes.
They didn't go out somewhere, correct?
Correct.
And you knew that Miss Richins' mother was also there, right?
I didn't know.
You didn't know?
I didn't know she was there.
Really? I mean, I won't say it. I think we all knew that she was there because we just heard Miss Darden say, yeah, you look pale. So you didn't know that Kouri's mom was there the night before?
I did not know she was in the house the night before.
Fair. Now, you were told, and you do know, that Kouri said, maybe he took some gummies? You remember that, right?
Yes.
And you have, I imagine, familiarity with gummies, right?
Yes.
Now, to be clear, I'm not saying you take them. I'm just saying you're familiar with them, correct?
Yes.
You know how big they are? They're not that big.
No.
Right?
Yes.
You didn't search for those.
No, I did not specifically search for those.
Not specifically. Please elaborate.
I didn't go out and search because I was not in charge of looking for medication or anything like that.
Oh. So you weren't in charge of it. Who was?
Deputy Pimentel.
Okay. So you told Deputy Pimentel to go do that?
That was his job, to look for medications or anything like that.
Right. But what I'm saying is, somebody would have to tell him, hey, go search for this.
I passed that information to Sergeant DiBotello.
Correct. You're passing along the information. Now, you were there for an unknown time, and you indicated Pimentel was the one who was in charge of looking for that, correct?
Yes, he was assigned for that duty.
Now, at one point, you relieved him. Correct?
Deputy Pimentel?
Correct.
I don't recall.
You just indicated a little bit ago that you relieved him so he can leave.
Oh, when he left, yes.
Yes.
For him to leave.
Correct. You relieved him, right?
Yeah, not the medical checklist duty, but to relieve him to leave.
Correct.
Yes.
On his way home. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. So who did you assign to take over his responsibility?
I don't recall.
Could you please look at your report?
I don't indicate that. I did not indicate that in my report.
So how would we know if that was even done?
Because Deputy Pimentel will possibly write a supplemental report that would cover what he did.
Okay, so we'll ask. When he's called, let's say, we'll ask him.
So first, he didn't know Kouri Richins' mother was in the house. Are you kidding me? Second, he didn't know that he told, that officer, whatever his name is, that he could relieve from his duty. Then he lied about it. Then Lawyer Ramos called him in and said, you just said that. Then he said, oh, yeah. Then he said he put that officer in charge of searching the gummies because Kouri Richins told him, ladies and gentlemen, that it was gummies in the house, right? And he may have took them. Then he say he passed it along to the other officer. Did you put it in your report? Look at it. No. Y'all check this month. Listen, y'all. That's why I say reasonable doubt, innocent or guilty. This is our civic duty, right? To listen to the information they present to us, right? You got to go in here with a clear mind, right? Because it ain't up to us to do the police job, right? It's the police job to do their job, right? Listen to this head and shoulders, Yokozuna looking. Man, take them fucking glass. But this officer done pissed me off, man.
Having a celebratory drink, you found out, happened in the house, correct?
Yes.
They didn't go out somewhere, correct?
Correct.
And you knew that Miss Richins' mother was also there, right?
I didn't know.
You didn't know?
I didn't know she was there.
Really? I mean, I won't say it. I think we all knew that she was there because we just heard Miss Darden say, yeah, you look pale. So you didn't know that Kouri's mom was there the night before?
I did not know she was in the house the night before.
Fair. Now, you were told, and you do know, that Kouri said, maybe he took some gummies? You remember that, right?
Yes.
And you have, I imagine, familiarity with gummies, right?
Yes.
Now, to be clear, I'm not saying you take them. I'm just saying you're familiar with them, correct?
Yes.
You know how big they are? They're not that big.
No.
Right?
Yes.
You didn't search for those.
No, I did not specifically search for those.
Not specifically. Please elaborate.
I didn't go out and search because I was not in charge of looking for medication or anything like that.
Oh. So you weren't in charge of it. Who was?
Deputy Pimentel.
Okay. So you told Deputy Pimentel to go do that?
That was his job, to look for medications or anything like that.
Right. But what I'm saying is, somebody would have to tell him, hey, go search for this.
I passed that information to Sergeant DiBotello.
Correct. You're passing along the information. Now, you were there for an unknown time, and you indicated Pimentel was the one who was in charge of looking for that, correct?
Yes, he was assigned for that duty.
Now, at one point, you relieved him. Correct?
Deputy Pimentel?
Correct.
I don't recall.
You just indicated a little bit ago that you relieved him so he can leave.
Oh, when he left, yes. For him to leave.
Correct. You relieved him, right?
Yeah, not the medical checklist duty, but to relieve him to leave.
Correct.
Yes.
On his way home. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. So who did you assign to take over his responsibility?
I don't recall.
Could you please look at your report?
I don't indicate that. I did not indicate that in my report.
So how would we know if that was even done?
Because Deputy Pimentel will possibly write a supplemental report that would cover what he did.
Okay, so we'll ask. When he's called, let's say, we'll ask him.
Now listen, you see how he got his own self caught up? He don't know who was taking over when Officer Pimentel left. Man, what is this? What is this? And then you say, oh, Officer Pimentel could tell us that. No, you tell us that. You was in charge, dude. Boy, this diabolical, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. You know, that's why when I seen everybody just saying, guilty, 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 I'm like, have y'all watched this trial? Right? Let me go with growth.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Everybody got the right to their own opinion, and I ain't on her to change nobody's mind. But I'm. This is my thought. Have y'all watched this trial to just say this woman is guilty, right? Because this is diabolical, right? Where's the details? Why it's not on the report? Huh? This is a high-profile case. This made the national news, right? This woman has been in jail. This woman has been in jail, and her three little boys not with her for like almost 3 years. Are you kidding me? So it's this easy, right? It's this easy to just Alan Jackson voice, pin it on the girl, right? It's this easy. After we hearing these reports of this officer not doing his job, he on the stand thinking on the fly. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. Yeah, that's dangerous. Like I said, I'm watching this trial and listening. It ain't about me like whoop-de-whoop. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to see kids lose two parents unless the other parent is guilty without a reasonable doubt. All right? If they killed their spouse. You can't think. You can't say they probably or they might be. Because if y'all feeling like that in y'all head right now, she is not guilty. She is not guilty. Because you can't think. Right? You can't do that. Because like I said, in a case as serious as this one, the jury, it's not their job, right? It's not their job to base this off the headlines, right? Y'all feel me on it? They decide based on the credibility, the clarity, the proof beyond a reasonable doubt. So I just want to know. Everybody got the right to their own opinion. I don't get mad at people for their opinions. I want y'all to put a 1 up right now. Somebody block this motherfucker. Oh man. I don't even care. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. I ain't even gonna respond. But look. I want y'all to press 1 right now. I want y'all opinion if you think she guilty, and press 2 if you think she innocent. If you ain't, watch the trial, press 3. But like I say, well, no, not even that. I want you to press 1 if it's reasonable doubts. Press 2 if you think she just guilty and you don't see no reasonable doubt watching this officer on the stand. Let's go to the next one. Good night, my boy, Prince of Wales. Salute, dog. Let me go to this next clip. Well, let me see what y'all say first. With y'all, man. I'm not. Listen, it's not our job. I don't care who it is. You can hear the top people out here, whether, it's the GOAT, Melanie Little, the OG. Everybody got the right to their own opinion, but everybody got to think for themselves. I ain't see you in here, my guy, Zach. I apologize. I'm sorry, brother. All right? You got to look at something for what it is, right? Not because we got our feelings involved, because it's your civic duty to take your feelings out of it, right? Especially when somebody is facing life in jail. Let's go to the next clip.
Now, here's a thought. You don't search for guns. Now, you would agree this whole environment's a traumatic environment?
Yes, it is.
Right?
Yes, it is.
For everybody, correct?
Correct.
Yourself included.
Correct.
I mean, there's such a thing as secondary trauma, correct?
Correct.
So, let's give everybody some grace. Now, you found out about the gummies from who?
Found out what gummies?
Who told you that he might have taken gummies?
Oh, from Miss Kouri Richins.
Correct. So who would know where the gummies are?
Miss Kouri Richins.
And did you ask her?
I did not specifically ask her about the gummies.
Not specifically about the gummies. Please elaborate.
I asked her about his medical prescriptions.
Nope. We're talking about the gummies. Did you ask her, Miss Richins, about the gummies that she told you about, that she volunteered? Did you ask her where they were?
I did not.
You did not. Did you tell Pimentel to ask her?
I did not.
You did not. So it's not like they were hidden somewhere. You knew where they could have been. Correct?
I did not know where they...
You could have asked the question? You couldn't have asked them where they were?
I could have.
And you did it, right?
Correct.
Now, you have been an officer since 2012. Correct?
In Utah, yes, correct.
What about before?
2003.
2003. In that time, you've learned quite a bit of things. Correct?
Correct.
How to investigate. Correct?
Correct.
How to document. Correct?
Correct.
How to interview. Correct?
Correct.
How important each case is. Correct?
Correct.
Because everybody counts or nobody counts. Correct?
Correct.
Oh, wait. Man, hold up. Man, Lawyer Ramos is the truth. And like I said, I don't got no sides in this when I'm watching the case. But it's my civic duty and everybody's civic duty to look at the information for what we getting. Not what the headline is saying, just because the majority is saying it. Because I don't think none of them watching the case, right? I'm looking at a dude right now who say Kouri Richins told him about the gummies. Did you go look for the gummies? No. Could you look for them? Yes. Man, let me play this. Lawyer Ramos, get him.
Now, here's a thought. You don't search for gummies. Now, you would agree that this whole environment's a traumatic environment?
Yes, it is.
Right?
Yes, it is.
For everybody, correct?
Correct.
Yourself included.
Correct.
I mean, there's such a thing as secondary trauma, correct?
Correct.
So, let's give everybody some grace. Now, you found out about the gummies from who?
Found out what gummies?
Who told you that he might have taken gummies?
Oh, from Miss Kouri Richins.
Correct. So who would know where the gummies are?
Miss Kouri Richins.
And did you ask her?
I did not specifically ask her about the gummies.
Not specifically about the gummies. Please elaborate.
I asked her about his medical prescriptions.
Nope. We're talking about the gummies. Did you ask her, Miss Richins, about the gummies that she told you about, that she volunteered? Did you ask her where they were?
I did not.
You did not. Did you tell Pimentel to ask her?
I did not.
You did not. So it's not like they were hidden somewhere. You knew where they could have been. Correct?
I did not know where they...
You could have asked the question? You could have asked her where they were?
I could have.
And you did it, right?
Correct.
Now, you have been an officer since 2012. Correct?
In Utah, yes, correct.
What about before?
2003.
2003. In that time, you've learned quite a bit of things. Correct?
Correct.
How to investigate. Correct?
Correct.
How to document. Correct?
Correct.
How to interview. Correct?
Correct.
How important each case is. Correct?
Correct.
Because everybody counts or nobody counts. Correct?
Correct.
23 years as an officer. You learned how to investigate. Correct? You learned how to document. Correct? Because this is important, right? Correct? Man, this is mind-boggling. I mean, absolutely mind-boggling. When I tell y'all, I'm shocked, right? I'm shocked. I'm extremely shocked that this dude who been on the force 23 years. I'm not talking about no 2 years, he a rookie, 5 years. This dude been on the force for 23 years. And he failed miserably. How can you be an officer that long? Right, that long? I'm asking y'all for real. How can you be an officer that long? Right? How can you be an officer that long? And just simply forget about all the protocol. How does that happen? Like, somebody help me understand, how does that happen? This is somebody's life on the line. Somebody's life, y'all. This ain't no play. right? This is somebody's life on the line for real. Shout out to Who Knew 29. What's popping? This is somebody's life on the line for real. Right? This is somebody's life on the line for real. And this is how this is what we doing. Ooh wee. Let's go to the next clip.
We talked about things that you didn't do. Let's talk about one thing you did do. Miss Richins told you how she got into bed and felt Eric's cold body, right?
Yes.
And she starts trying to say, well, I mean, we keep the temperature up, right? Or down, correct?
Yes.
And what do you do with that piece of information? What do you notice?
That the temperature was set at 70 degrees.
Cold body, and you check thermostat, correct?
Correct.
And you even make a note that you thought it was a little warm, correct?
I put down the temperature, correct.
What was the temperature?
70.
And what did it actually read at?
71.
That's attention to detail, right?
Correct.
Because she told you something about a temperature and you wanted to verify it, correct?
Correct.
But it's only what you want to verify, correct?
No.
It's not. We'll leave it. Let's talk about times. Everybody's looking at that clock right now, and I'll try to shut up real quick. But I might need to come back tomorrow, Judge. You gathered information about time, correct?
Correct.
You even get down to the minute at some points, correct?
Correct.
When you're filling out the form, for example. Let's go back to that. You remember there was a group of EMS people, including Mr. Cernich, correct?
Correct.
And you're writing down, what time did you guys get here? Correct?
I did not ask that question.
Did you overhear it?
I did not.
Really? Okay, we'll leave it alone. You need to document when things happen and where they happen, correct?
Correct.
Because you know that the information that's going to go into your report is going to be seen by other officers, correct?
Correct.
By possibly prosecutors, correct?
Correct.
By possibly judges, correct?
Correct.
By possibly jurors, correct?
Correct.
So, in your report, go ahead and review it and tell me if you identify times there.
Man, hold up. Good night, beautiful growth. Shout out to the beautiful Miss Lily. What's poppin', baby? Salute. Man, look, Mo says she'll be objecting to him. But so, Mo, let me ask you this. Because, see, I like how he move, and I know he's looking at him and stuff, but is that against the rules to look at him like that while he talking to him? I want to play this again because, boy, Ramos is the truth.
We talked about things that you didn't do. Let's talk about one thing you did do. Miss Richins told you how she got into bed and felt Eric's cold body, right?
Yes.
And she starts trying to say, well, I mean, we keep the temperature up, right? Or down, correct?
Yes.
And what do you do with that piece of information? What do you notice?
That the temperature was set at 70 degrees.
Cold body, and you check thermostat, correct?
Correct.
And you even make a note that you thought it was a little warm, correct?
I put down the temperature, correct.
What was the temperature?
70.
And what did it actually read at?
71.
That's attention to detail, right?
Correct.
Because she told you something about a temperature and you wanted to verify it, correct?
Correct.
But it's only what you want to verify, correct?
No.
It's not? I'll leave it. Let's talk about times. Everybody's looking at that clock right now, and I'll try to shut up real quick. But I might need to come back tomorrow, Judge. You gathered information about time, correct?
Correct.
You even get down to the minute at some points, correct?
Correct.
When you're filling out the form, for example. Let's go back to that. You remember there was a group of EMS people, including Mr. Cernich, correct?
Correct.
And you're writing down, what time did you guys get here? Correct?
I did not ask that question.
Did you overhear it?
I did not.
Really? Okay, we'll leave it alone. You need to document when things happen and where they happen, correct?
Correct.
Because you know that the information that's going to go into your report is going to be seen by other officers, correct?
Correct.
By possibly prosecutors, correct?
Correct.
By possibly judges, correct?
Correct.
By possibly jurors, correct?
Correct.
So, in your report, go ahead and review it and tell me if you identify times there.
Let's talk about what you didn't do. First off, attention to detail. Oh, you paid attention to the thermostat, right? You documented that. You even said it was a little warm. What's up with that, fam? Oh, but you ain't heard what the other officers were saying? You don't want paying attention to the EMTs, right? And we missed you too, Miss Lily. I'm so glad to see you. So glad to see everybody, though. And I mean that. With the EMTs, what is this, y'all? And like Bless Texas say, salute to you, beautiful. She say they never tested the drinking glasses. They were still in the sink from the night before, but kept saying she poisoned him by putting fentanyl in this drink. Ooh, talk that shit, Blessed/Texas. Talk your shit, because that's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. This case wild, man. And I was so shocked. I mean, I had people in the chat, and I respect everybody in the Go chat. They were telling me, look over this. I mean, are y'all looking over it? That's what they respectfully. Everybody got their arm up. Y'all think she's guilty. Hey. But like I say, when you're doing your civic duty, you can't think she's guilty. Or say probably. Or might even be. Because if we thinking all that, it's not guilty. And I learned that from the great lawyers, right? And this is crucial right here, what Bless Texas said. They didn't test the drinking glasses, but they put their right hand to the man and say, she poisoned them with that drink. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Boy, this is diabolical. Hold up, let's get to this one.
There's several.
Let's start with the first. Are you on paragraph, 3?
Yes.
The narrative? Okay. And what is that time related to?
The time they had a drink.
Which was what?
9 o'clock.
Now, is that exactly 9 o'clock?
Shout out to the beautiful Melissa. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Salute to the beautiful Melissa.
There's several.
Let's start with the first. Are you on paragraph, 3?
Yes.
The narrative? Okay. And what is that time related to?
The time they had a drink.
Which was what?
9 o'clock.
Now, is that exactly 9 o'clock?
On my report?
No. Did it actually happen at 9 o'clock?
No, Miss Richins advised me that they had a drink at 9 o'clock.
Okay. And did you, confirm with her how she knew that?
No, I took her word for it.
Correct. Now, you arrived at 3:40. Okay. What time were you dispatched?
I don't recall.
Were you dispatched, would your dispatch be on your report?
Probably in the call logs.
Do you have that?
I do not.
Okay. Do you think did it take you 40 minutes to get there?
I don't recall.
I'll leave it alone. So she says about 9 o'clock. You get there at 3:40, approximately, right?
Yes.
Now, during this time, you had some conversations with EMS. I believe it was Offred that we saw in the video. Is that correct?
Upon arrival?
No. During your investigation, during the video we just saw at the end, she indicated, it's the lady who indicated, we think it's an aneurysm.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. And she had said he had been cold for a while, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, the reason times are important, right, is because you need to try to figure out, hey, when did he die, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, when you say around 9, when you put around 9 in your report, or Ms. Richins says around 9, that's not exact. Correct?
It's going off her statement.
A generalization. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's go to the next one. When's the next time you see a time arrival there?
The time they went to bed.
And when was that?
9:30.
So you say go to bed. Now, is that really when she closed her eyes and she was asleep?
The time she went to bed, I'm sorry.
Correct. Just went to bed, right? Like
yes.
to the bedroom to start going to sleep. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Judge, I think I'm pushing it. May we rest?
Okay, now look. It's crazy, ain't it? Now I want to see if my shit play right. If it don't, then because I want to go to this other one. So let me see, y'all. Y'all know I'm Mr. Boomer. Y'all gonna let me know. Y'all gonna have to let me know.
Notes here of just topics I want to talk about. Won't take up too much time. And I do want to we'll refresh your recollection in terms of timing, okay?
Okay.
And this is in terms of when you arrived and when you left. So I've highlighted them for you. Have this out if you need that. You know the codes. So take a look at those and let me know if you recognize them.
Yes.
Okay. Now, having reviewed those, would those documents give you an idea when you were at Willow left? Yes. Okay. And so who was there while yes. And go down to your name.
Yes.
And then it's followed by Detective Woody, right?
Yes.
Now, when do you leave? I'm sorry, Detective Woody arrived.
Looks like she arrived at 5:17 per the crime log.
And then what about you? What time did you leave?
I left at, says here, 5:41.
That was based on the dispatch log, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so there's about an 8-minute discrepancy, right?
Yes.
Now, that is when you're formally leaving, that's when you dispatch 549, right?
Yes.
So just there's specific numbers, but there's things in between, right? It's between yourself. What do you mean possibly? She checked in.
Because these numbers depends on who does the crime scene log. If they log me out, let's just say their watch at a certain time, that's their time. Log me out.
Okay, so
I'm not right. Not actually writing the time I check out.
Okay, so who
on the
did
crime
that?
scene log.
Who did that?
I'm assuming Deputy Orgel.
Deputy Orgel. Now, you have no reason to think that Deputy Orgel's watch would be 10 minutes off.
I can't.
Okay. But we can tell that more or less 5:41, 5:49. It's around that time.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Okay. So let's give it 15 minutes instead of the 24, based on the crime scene log. You were with Deputy or Detective Woody for about 15 minutes. Correct?
Possibly, yes.
You were in the same, not saying you're, linked arms with her, right? You were just there at the crime scene.
Yes.
Okay. According to the crime scene log.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello,
So,
beautiful ocean.
Just like you explained now, things can be
Why
off,
isn't it
right?
got this on the screen?
Watch what you remember, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, we all watched the video yesterday, and there was a portion in that video where you informed Officer DiBotello kind of the information you're gathering. We talked about that a lot yesterday. Okay?
Yes.
This area right here.
Can I grab?
Yeah. Thanks.
Where you're looking?
Oh, I'm sorry. It is page 14 on the top right corner. Okay. Is that a fresh recollection?
Yes.
Okay. So, tell us what you told Officer DiBotello at that point. Doesn't have to be exact. Just give me an idea.
So I advised him that, gave him a little brief of what I gathered and what Miss Kouri Richins stated was. And I said that from approximately 9:30, she went to bed. And then approximately 3 o'clock, she went back into bed with Mr. Richins, at which time he was cold and heavy.
Perfect. Now, I'm going to provide this back to you. I'm going to be looking at the line of page 9 and then the first paragraph of page 10. Okay. So it starts here, this line right here, and then move on to this page. Okay.
Where's
Okay.
So we were having this conversation, and I say conversation, I think that's important because this is
on the approach? Because like you said, it's a conversation. Interview. You didn't document nothing. Let me know. Can y'all hear this? Can y'all see this real good? Y'all know I'm Mr. Blunder. Y'all know it took me a minute to get it up. This is a conversation. This wasn't no interview. You didn't document nothing. Then this dude talking about objection. Well, you better object and sit your ass down somewhere. Shout out to the beautiful ocean.
Let's take it from the last bit. Yes, please. So, as I was saying, I say conversation because this isn't a formal interview, right?
Correct.
This is going off of the death checklist that you mentioned yesterday.
Correct.
Okay. Now, in this conversation, you do get information from Ms. Richins, and in the paragraph that you just read, okay? And what did you learn at that point?
Learned the second paragraph that you showed me.
Correct, the one that just showed you, yes.
That she stated that she placed a blanket on him because she felt that he was cold.
Correct. And what else?
She turned on the light and realized what he wasn't responsive. Like,
so right now, that's exactly what I want to talk about. He said that he felt cold, and then she turned on the light. Okay, I'm going to give this back to you. Okay. Focus on the time in between. Okay.
Are we looking at a minute?
Oh, just this underlying portion. Just read that to yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some Catherine from Canada in it. Man, she just gave me my first turn up. I love you to death. I appreciate you so much. And I gotta turn you up with I'm your Huckleberry. Shout out to Red House Media. Shout out to Toy. Let's turn it up.
I'm your Huckleberry, 214 detonate. Yeah. I'm your Huckleberry, 214 detonate. Boys on, still same. In every state. Fly the car at 39K, boy, wait. Crash lane 2. Crash lane 2. You riding phones off another man, true. Oh man, you still at the gas pump. Yeah, okay. No camera lens, just a hot mic gleam. Any clickbait dream just to make a meme. Race stay cool while the chat stay lit. Respect that house, still talk my shit. You talk unit, but you split your crew. Blame them fool for the mess you do. OG talk race, but you missed that class. Now you flying front seat, gas, no gas. I'm your Huckleberry, no face.
Catherine, she say you're home. Don't turn me up, but I had to turn you up, sweetheart. Love you to death.
All right. So from the time that she felt and got into bed and felt his cold body, she put a blanket on, like you said. And then what did she do?
She turned on the light. She felt that he wasn't breathing, so she turned on the light.
How long?
It says in the statement 1 minute.
For a minute.
For a minute.
Correct. Now, we don't know, just like there are some changes for you as you testified earlier between 541, 549, a minute, right? Like for a minute. It's an expression, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So she gets into bed, she feels her cold husband, and she stays there for a minute. And then she doesn't hear him breathing. Okay? Is that right?
Correct.
Or anything.
It says she didn't feel him breathing.
Or anything.
Or anything.
Now, that's important. That's an important detail. Correct?
Correct.
That information wasn't given to DiBotello a couple minutes later, correct? In what we just read earlier.
Correct.
Okay. Now, I'm getting through these. During this entire conversation that you've had with her, we saw yesterday, and
but y'all look glitchy glitch. Give it a few seconds, just glitching a little bit. Damn, I'm glitching a lot. Come on, man. Shit. Stop your ass. The fuck is going on? My bad, y'all.
along to see how quickly the edits are, okay? But I want to talk about that entire conversation that you had with her, okay?
Monster Math presents
What is this?
multiplication.
Oh,
Okay, class.
My bad, y'all.
Ms. Richins was emotional, right?
I'm arguing with the Wi-Fi.
Right.
Yeah, she was emotional.
And she was upset.
Yes.
And that's common, right? I mean, that's not unexpected for somebody who just lost their husband, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, would it surprise you if another one of your officers indicated that you thought she was not emotional?
Would it surprise me?
Yeah. Like, would you have made that statement?
No, I don't know Miss Richins, so I don't know how her emotion, as in like, personal when I arrived, what I see, but through the call, then I start putting things together, details of how how she acts.
You start doing what? You no neck, head, and shoulders, mohawk wearing off. You start doing what? Putting details together. Dude, what you mean putting details together? This your second day on the test. Did you forget what you said yesterday? How you didn't document nothing? Not a titi? Nathaniel? You no neck, head, and shoulders. Boy, oh my God.
Yeah, those details are important. We'll talk about that.
Yes.
Yeah, just like you said, you saw Leo, she was emotional, she was upset, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, let's talk about the death investigation checklist, okay? We talked about yesterday about what you did. Actually, scratch that. I'm going to go to this one. This was presented yesterday in evidence. That's the voluntary statement. You recall that?
Yes. Okay. That is a voluntary statement.
Now, you didn't give this to Ms. Richins.
I did not.
Okay. Now, if you look around right before Ms. Richins' written statement, you see there's a line there. I want you to read that line, okay? It's followed by bold lettering.
Which you might
Yeah. It's right above.
Where it says describe?
Correct. Just read that to yourself.
Okay.
Okay. Now, you didn't do this one, but you've done lots of these voluntary statements, correct?
Yes.
You've done now?
Yes.
Now, the point of a voluntary statement is to get details, correct?
Gather details, yes.
And now, there are different types of voluntary statements. There are different purposes for voluntary statements, correct?
Correct.
So, for example, perhaps I'm a witness to a car accident. You might give me this voluntary statement, correct?
Correct.
I'm not under suspicion of anything. I'm just a witness, correct?
Correct.
Now, there's other ones where maybe I was the driver, and maybe I might be at fault, correct?
Correct.
And you would still say, hey, maybe you want to give me that voluntary statement, correct?
Correct.
Now, in that statement, it indicates that it gives a discretion to the officer, deputy, who is giving this voluntary statement, correct?
And what discretions?
The bolded part here that's highlighted.
Is this a police? He said, in what description? Man, you got to be kidding me. Did this dude just say that? In what description? Now listen. This tough to watch. All right? It ain't tough to watch. It's tough because you see majority of the world who thinks she is guilty. Is y'all looking at these witnesses? And I'm not mad at y'all opinion. I don't get mad at people's opinion. I want y'all to tell me how you feel, right? But I want to know, are y'all listening to these witnesses? Is y'all listening to their two most important witnesses, right? Now y'all listening to this cop who was the one that was in charge, who didn't take no information. He talking about in what description? Look at him. I went and got him some new fucking glasses because he knew he was going to be on TV. The nerve.
Okay, yes.
Right. So what I mean by discretion is that it's the deputy who has to provide instruction to whoever it is that he's providing this to. Correct?
Correct.
Because maybe what I think is important is not necessarily important to you. Correct?
Correct.
Now, again, to be fair, you're not the one who provided this to Ms. Richins, correct?
That is correct.
And you don't know what instructions were given to Ms. Richins, correct?
That is correct.
And you don't know if any clarifications were needed or anything, correct?
That is correct.
And as far as you know, this is the only voluntary statement form that Ms. Richins filled out, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So, let's talk about the death investigation information checklist. I'm going to hand this to you, okay?
Okay.
Now, when you arrived, you were the third to arrive, correct? Not from EMS, just from Summit County Sheriff's Office.
Correct.
Pimentel was there?
Correct.
DiBotello was there?
Correct.
Now, you were in charge of the death investigation checklist.
That is correct.
Okay. And how is that determined?
The initial officer.
Which was who?
It was me.
Okay. And why were you the initial officer, even though you were the third one to arrive?
I was assigned to that zone to take calls in that zone.
Right. So this is your case. Your scene.
Yes.
Okay. So you're the one who gets to direct people on what to do.
Me and the sergeant, yes.
Fair. Now, you've done, I suspect, or you have this death investigation checklist, and you go through it, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Now, I want to direct your attention to the scene response section. And I'll walk you through it.
Y'all hear that? Remember, You in charge, right? No, me and the sergeant. I don't know what the hell that is on his head. It looked like a Gumby. Y'all Google Gumby. Gumby haircut Gumby. That's what it looked like to me. Right? Why is it always when somebody in charge, they want to say somebody else was too? You got called out there. Boy, this is diabolical, y'all.
Right. Okay. Now, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 things I wanted that are highlighted there that are bold, and we're going to go through them in order. Okay?
Okay.
All right. I'm going to start with the first one, which is securing the scene. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, even if it was my first time doing a checklist, a death investigation checklist, I would be able to follow these instructions, correct?
Correct.
All right. Now, part of that securing the scene, which I think we saw you do, was you need to explain to everybody there kind of the purpose, right?
Yes.
And exactly what do you need to do?
It's just find a comfortable location outside.
Let's go back to the first sentence there.
Kindly explain to the family that the scene needs to be vacated until the scene is processed.
Okay. Vacated, right?
You want me to continue?
No, vacated, correct?
Correct.
And you know what vacated means?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the following is, what is your duty? In order to vacate a scene, what do you have to do?
Remove people from the residence.
From the residence, right?
Correct.
Okay. And it actually gives you examples of where you can go, right?
Correct.
Such as a comfortable location outside, right?
Yes.
Another family or member or friend's house, correct?
Correct.
Okay. That wasn't done here.
In fairness, it's unclear when you're asking a question.
That wasn't done here, correct?
Correct.
Now, then you have to use a crime scene log, correct?
Correct.
And that's what we just read, right? Just a little bit ago, the sheet that I gave you.
Correct.
Correct? Okay. Then you have to photograph the scene, all right? I want to talk about this specifically. When do you need to photograph the scene? After what?
After an investigation is started?
No, read it right there. Photograph the scene after what?
Miss Lily, did you look up Gumby? Right, yeah, you tell him to get out. Right? But I remember, right, when I was listening to the sister testimony. I'm probably going to get to that tomorrow after this because I'm going to do this, the rest of this. We got like 12 minutes left on this. We're going to talk a little bit. But this dude is acting stupid like a fucking idiot. Why he acting like when a homicide go on? Yeah, I love Gumby. Yeah. Well, act like a homicide go on that everybody ain't supposed to vacate the scene. Give a fuck if it's family or not. But this is a 22, 23-year veteran. Upper acting goofy.
First picture should be...
No, before that.
Okay. Use a crime scene log to document who comes and goes. Photograph the scene after it is secured.
After it's secured. Now, let's talk about the first picture. We haven't seen any photographs come in from you, so I'm just asking you. The first photograph that you took, what does it tell you to do?
You should place a placard with the case information.
And did you do that here?
I did not.
Okay.
Did you do that here? No, I did not. Are you kidding me? Y'all still saying guilty? Innocent? What y'all saying? 1 guilty, 2 innocent, or 3 you see reasonable doubt? This dude said he did not do it. This ain't about personal feelings, y'all. This is about doing your civic duty as a juror. Because this could be you. What if you got an officer like this who ain't doing his job at all? No, I did not. And you a 22, 23-year veteran? Oh my, this is diabolical.
Now, I'll skip to the last one, the medication log. We talked about that. You assigned that to, I believe it was Mr. Pimentel, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So let's move to the second to last. What does it say that you're not supposed to do?
Can you clarify?
Yeah, absolutely. Starting right here.
Do not disturb the scene unless discussed with both investigations and OME.
Okay. Now, That's very important. You would agree?
Yes.
Okay. Now, we kind of saw some of it in the video. The jury can go back when it goes back to them and look at it for themselves. But you went around the scene. I'll back up. The scene wasn't secure, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And then yourself and your two deputies or officers that were with you went around the main floor of the house, mainly the area where Mr. Richins was, and the bathroom, correct?
Correct.
And you moved things around, correct?
Correct.
And you were finding things, correct?
Correct.
And when you took photographs, you didn't put on the photographs or in the report what you moved, correct?
What I photographed?
Yeah.
Yeah, what I photographed? Correct.
Right. The scene that you photographed was an unsecured scene, correct?
I would say semi-secured.
Okay.
You would say, oh, you know that now. You would say semi, but you don't recall on a bunch of other things, huh? No neck, head, and shoulders, Yokozuna, Gumby haircut wearing, mother fudge cake. You could, it was possibly secure. Oh, so you know that now, huh? Point Dexter. You and your funny shape ass glasses you got on. You know that now, huh?
That whole scene response paragraph that we just read, okay, that we just walked through, can you find semi-secured for me?
No, it's not it.
Okay.
Why do he keep saying, no, it's not in there? And you got this big jaw, fat neck motherfucker just, look at him, the stupid look. No, it's not in there. Oh, wait.
I have an apology and a thank you for you. Apologize for putting you on the spot. As you know, this is my job, so I appreciate your time. I have no further questions for you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Be sure to redirect within the scope, press.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all watch this. She finna come up here and redirect, finna have her neck. She finna be twerking her neck. Then Officer Lawyer Ramos. Watch how he come back. Watch this, y'all.
Come.
Good morning, Deputy Webb.
Good morning.
A few follow-up questions for you. I want to discuss with you.
You said, Ocean said, I'm sorry, you're going to be disappointed. I watched the whole pre-trial. They have enough evidence and a Mormon jury between Atlanta PD, Canton, MSP, Boston, Nandover, Pima, yeah. I mean, it could be true, but I hope the Mormons, like, we could say pre-trial, but this is the trial. All I'm seeing is reasonable doubt, especially when his sister testified. I can't wait to get to that tomorrow.
Chain of command within the sheriff's office.
Yes.
You testified that you were a patrol deputy that night.
Correct.
And within the chain of command, above a patrol deputy is a patrol sergeant.
Correct.
Above that is a lieutenant.
Correct.
Above that is a captain.
Correct.
And also within there, other assignments include investigators or detectives.
Correct.
None of those were your role that night.
No, it was not.
It was not your responsibility to tell other officers what to do.
Correct.
It was your...
Hold up. Do you see this wrinkle forehead ass woman talking about it wasn't his job to tell others what to do? Are you kidding me? Oh, wait.
responsibility to fill out that death checklist.
Correct.
We saw you do that on the body camera video. That's what you were filling out, right?
Yes.
When you were asking Ms. Richins those questions?
Yes.
And after you filled out that checklist, what did you do with it? When you left the scene?
I logged it into the case file.
You logged it into the case file, and that means that it's within a police system at that point.
Yes.
Other officers can see that checklist.
Absolutely.
They can review it once you upload it.
Yes.
Same thing with the report you filled out.
Yes.
The summary that's in your report was treated the same as the checklist.
Yes.
It's uploaded to the case file.
Yes.
Where other officers can review it.
Yes.
As soon as it's uploaded, right? It's immediately available.
Immediately.
Same situation with your body camera footage.
Yes.
Once it's uploaded to the system, every other officer can view it.
If they have authorization to view it.
Right? But officers that would need to view it have that capability.
Yes.
So all
see, this is what kills me right here. They can. Like you, do you know they did? They can? Yes, they can. And then he said you got to be authorized, so you got to be special, right? I get it. But they can? Do you know if they did? Because your memory is just misremembering everything. Oh, my.
That information was passed on to the other officers on the case.
Correct.
We talked a little bit about, with Mr. Ramos, Ms. Richins' emotional reaction. Have you been to other crime scenes where a death has occurred?
Yes.
How many?
Lots.
Give me a ballpark. More than 20?
Yes.
Okay, so you done been to more than 20 now. They done been more than 20, right? Listen to this, y'all. He done been to more than 20, right? He confident now. Look how he's speaking to the prosecution. Because give me a T. T, you got your T, you got your T. Give me a E. E, you got your E, you got your E. Give me a A. A, you got your A, you got your A. Give me a M. M, you got your M, you got your M. Team. They're on the same team. Oh, yeah. I watched the false trial, and I thought that he was innocent. I watched it on Melanie Little. They're on the same team. Look how clearly he answering these questions. And he done been to more than 20 death scenes, but you didn't do your work at this one? And y'all telling me y'all could look at that knowing that he telling us that he done been to 20 scenes and then write down no information, and we as a juror are supposed to trust this guy who was in charge, who did nothing.
More than 30?
Yes.
Was Ms. Richins' emotional reaction consistent with what you typically see?
No.
Please describe that.
Well,
was her emotional reaction the same as you come in the other scene? See, this is what I don't like, right? This is what I don't like. This is what I don't like. Was her emotional reaction the same as any other scene? And this buzz cut her wearing motherfucker quickly said no. Quickly. But he don't recall. He misremember. He can't remember who did this and who did that. But now he could say that her reaction was different. Oh, wait. It's dangerous, y'all. Now, if she guilty, prove it. But this ain't proving shit to me. This proving to me that this buzz her cut wine motherfucker remembers what he want to.
Well, I'm on scene at a death call. Normally, you know, the victim, they have tears. They look at me when I ask them a question while they respond. They're pretty direct when I ask a direct question.
They look at you. They pretty direct. Dude, you don't even remember what nobody was saying. You stood in one place. Man, this is, like I said, it's our duty, right? To be a good juror, right? To listen, take our feelings out of it, right? I heard both sides of the family, right? Whether I was watching her family on 48 or whether I was, listening to theirs, right? And it's important players who make or break cases, right? It's particular witnesses. And this is one of them witnesses that can make or break this case, and he is breaking it. Because look at him looking down. He can remember how the fuck is you going to say how? Oh, wait.
Every time I spoke to Miss Richins, it just seems like her face was in her hands, and I couldn't see her face. I think at one time I even leaned down.
Her face was in her hands. Well, motherfucker, is y'all hearing this shit? Her face was in her hands. She just found her husband dead. Whether we think she did it or not. You look down, you didn't look nowhere else. What about the drink? Miss Lily, what about the drink? Why you didn't test the drink, the cup, the Alan Jackson voice? They looked the other way. Why you didn't write down reports? Bless from Texas. Alan Jackson voice, he looked the other way. Ocean, why he didn't handle his duty as an officer with an oath? Oh my. Oh wait. Oh wait.
And just try to look to see her emotions. But it was just a little abnormal.
Those are my questions for you.
Abnormal. Abnormal? Abnormal. You what's the name of them dogs? I'm gonna just say this. Neck, head, and shoulders, buzz haircut, split mixed with a Gumby. Lazy fucking cop. To say her? Is y'all listening to this? He said he didn't do nothing to investigate. But he said her actions was abnormal. What about you writing down your fucking reports? Do you think that's abnormal? What about you turning off your body cam? Do you think that's abnormal? What about you sitting in the officer's home and misremembering about that? Do you think that's abnormal, Officer Vincent? You suck.
Thank you.
Within the scope of redirect, please, Mr. Ross.
Absolutely, Judge.
Watch
I have
this.
one How many times had you encountered Miss Richins having lost a loved one?
Never.
Never. In fact, when I was just asking you questions before, I said, I don't know Miss Richins.
That is correct.
That you can't tell what exactly she's feeling.
Correct.
Hold up. Hold up. Y'all heard. Now I want y'all to pay attention. He answered. Let's go back a little bit because I want to. Let's hear him say this again to that woman. Watch how Lawyer Ramos. Do y'all remember what he just said? And now when his team, the prosecution, coming through, he's switching and he misremembers again.
They're pretty direct when I ask a direct question. It just, every time I spoke to Miss Richins, it just seems like her face was in her hands and I couldn't see her face. I think at one time I even leaned down and just tried to look to see her emotions. But, it was just a little abnormal.
Those are my questions for you. Thank you.
And remember, what Lawyer Ramos finna come hit him with it. Y'all, it's our civic duty. Look how he was looking and so excited to talk, but he just misremembered. He said he don't know which, man, get him, Lawyer Ramos.
Go redirect, please, Mr. Ross.
Absolutely, Judge. I only have one posted. How many times had you encountered Miss Richins having lost a loved one?
Never.
Never. In fact, when I was just asking you questions before, you said, I don't know Miss Richins.
That is correct.
That you can't tell what exactly she's feeling.
Correct.
If you can't say it's abnormal.
Say it was abnormal to all the other calls that I've been on.
Let's talk about those other calls. What did you say? You said victim. you specified victim in response to Ms. Sherman's question. That it was victims looking you in the eye, crying about what had just happened to them. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. You didn't mention that it was somebody who lost somebody. Correct?
I did not.
Okay. Now, we could argue forever about whether your emotions on the stand or mine are abnormal or not. Correct?
Correct.
The fact is, at the end of the day, no matter what Ms. Sherman asked you, or what I ask you, you don't know whether or not or what Ms. Richins was feeling. Correct?
Correct.
Get him again, lawyer, Mr. Ramos. Listen to this, y'all. Get him again.
How many times had you encountered Ms. Richins having lost a loved one?
Never.
Never. In fact, when I was just asking you questions before, you said, I don't know Ms. Richins.
That is correct.
That you can't tell what exactly she's feeling.
Correct.
If you can't say it's abnormal.
You said it was abnormal to all the other calls that I've been on.
Let's talk about those other calls. What did you say? You said victim. You specified victim in response to Ms. Sherman's question. That it was victims looking you in the eye, crying about what had just happened to them. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. You didn't mention that it was somebody who lost somebody. Correct?
I did not.
Okay. Now, we could argue forever about whether your emotions on the stand or mine are abnormal or not. Correct?
Correct.
The fact is, at the end of the day, no matter what Ms. Sherman asked you or what I ask you, you don't know whether or not or what Ms. Richins was feeling. Correct?
Correct.
Mm. 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 Man, stop playing with me. He said all that to say correct. He said all that, y'all, to say correct. He said all of that to say correct. People saying she's guilty, innocent, guilty, or reasonable doubt. Oh, I know we ain't just gonna get on the Massachusetts police for not doing their job and don't get on this motherfucker in Utah for not doing his. Is this what we doing? Is it the way she look or something? Because I see a woman who looking straight forward. I don't see a woman who acting. She is looking at them. Shout out to me. I don't think the state proved nothing. Listen, I would be shocked. 100%, especially after hearing the sister's testimony, right? I would be shocked. 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 I mean, I would be shocked. I'm not playing with y'all. I would be shocked after hearing this officer, no, I didn't read the book, but I understand, like I didn't personally read it, but I know what was said in there, right? But see, a book, she wrote a book. She wrote a book, right? Like a book. I get it, Miss Lily. I'm with you. She wrote a book, but is that book more credible than this officer? I'm being, is that book more credible than this officer on the stand who misremembered? Yeah, the sister, oh my God. This woman was a piece of cake. Yeah, this woman, listen, maybe reason, but I think she had something to do with it. Like after hearing her testimony and just looking the way she looking, I'm like, I'm just being honest. No, I know Kouri Richins wrote it. I get it. I get it. But a book don't define the actual, evidence, right? And the way this woman testified, because I look at family members like this, right? I'm just saying, Miss Liz, I could be wrong. Like I say, I ain't Melanie Little, I ain't even close. Could be wrong. But I look at sisters and brothers, I know that sometimes they don't like the in-laws. They don't like the other side. And there could be more vendetta. And when it comes to the sister, it was a lot of holes in her testimony. Yeah, I watched the prosecution. I seen that. Right? But I want to see you keep that same energy. And I'm not going to lie to you. This lawyer right here was good, too. She was good, too. Let me see. Let me go and play a little bit of that. Fuck it. Hold on, let me take this out of screen. Fuck it. Let me take it out of screen. Fuck it. Hold up, my people. Because this sister testimony, I'm telling y'all, bro. Like, I could be wrong. Like, I ain't Nostradamus. I ain't finna act like I am. One thing I know, and two things for sure is it's something about this, like, real talk. It's something about this sister. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, that's the first testimony I've seen, with the sister. Let's see here.
Election that Kouri had sweatsuit, a matching sweatsuit, and
I want everybody to have their own judgment. No, and I get that. But also remember that they signed a prenup as well. Let's not forget about that. Can we not forget about that? They signed a prenup too. Let's not forget about that either. But let's get to this.
such it is exhibit maybe 3001 for now.
3002.
I'm sorry, 3002? Yeah. 3002, that's correct.
You gotta know. Objection to missing. We'll figure out nomenclature later.
Sounds good.
And just for the purpose of the jury, just a short explanation that we will supplement this with a blurred version, but for now there's just a black box over where the children's photos are since it's being played publicly. But that'll, if it goes back to the jury room, that box will be removed and the pictures will just be blurred.
You can play the clip.
Thanks, Kate. All right, so as you're watching this clip, there's an officer there, but that's Kouri right there, right? And she's squatting down to hug you. Is that right? Katie, could you play her again?
I'm sorry, this is hard with two Katies.
There are two Katies. I'm sorry. I'll call you Ms. Richins then.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, so that's Kouri. Freeze it right there, Katie Nestor. Okay, and that hair right there, that's what you're saying she had fixed? Just her hair up and messy like that?
Yeah, as you can see, mine was down and messy, and didn't have contacts in anything.
Sure. So both of you had messy hair, and she's also clearly wearing pajamas. Does that refresh your memory that she's not in a sweatsuit? She was in pajamas.
I am not a fashionista, so to me, that's a sweatsuit.
See what I'm saying? This what confused me about this woman right here. My condolences for her losing her brother, but this woman right here gave me the icky vibes, right? Because she's trying to say that this woman hair was messed up. No, I mean, this woman hair was up and it just was looking emasculate. No, it wasn't. She had a messy ponytail up. She had pajamas on. And then this big forehead woman talking about, oh, sweatpants, pajamas the same to me. Is y'all following this? Yeah, you ain't lying. Does she have eyebrows?
Word pajamas, just to be honest.
Okay, and then keep playing, Miss Nestor. And that's her squatting down to comfort you while you're on the ground, and that's y'all hugging, right?
Correct.
So your memory about that was clearly wrong.
To be fair, it was 4 years ago.
Okay.
So, no, to be fair, it's 4 years ago, and I want y'all to bring y'all to remember. She said that that woman didn't come hug her. She said Kouri Richins didn't come hug and console her. Right? You think it's more of a reason to question or what? Let's continue. Let's continue.
And everything you're testifying about here about that morning was 4 years ago. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Now, see, I like how lawyers put that in because she said, oh, it was 4 years ago, but you remember a lot of things that's for the prosecution. Like, yeah, I remember this 4 years ago. But when it comes to the defense, oh, it was 4 years ago. Is we paying attention? Like, I'm just being a juror.
Thank you, Other Katie. And shortly after the scene where Kouri hugs you, and obviously everyone's completely.
I mean, look, now I agree with that. What if she was acting? But see, this is the thing. The woman said that Kouri didn't come hug her or console her, Miss Lily. She said that. So she is catching this woman in her lie. Okay. Yeah, I'm leaving you rise again. But like I said, why would this woman lie like that?
Understandably upset. Was there a time when you went out into the driveway and spoke with an investigating officer that morning?
I went and spoke to an investigator in their car out front of the house.
Okay, maybe not in the driveway. Might have been in front of the house.
Correct.
Objections.
Your Honor, she's testified about her memory of that morning. This happened that morning.
I'll give you a limited life.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They hated her, and I seen that, right? And I could believe that, right? And there's a lot of things gonna come up with drugs, right? To where she didn't know her brother was doing this, right? You ain't gonna know what your brother doing on your side. They're gonna keep it away, but the other side will know. The other in-laws will know, and y'all know what I'm talking about. You keep stuff away from your family, but the other in-laws will know.
Thank you. And who was the officer that you spoke to?
Detective Woody, I believe.
All right. And that was just to help, because there's so many officers that are going to testify in front.
You know, it's the same Detective Woody who got to leave early. That Officer Vincent didn't know he let him leave.
Of this jury is a female officer, right?
Correct.
Okay. And when you talked to Officer Woody, or I think she was a detective then, did you tell her that you believed Kouri was involved in your brother's death?
No.
Did you tell the officer that you were suspicious that Kouri may have been involved in your brother's death?
Pause there. Well, I'm going to allow her to answer that question, then we'll have a conversation. Go ahead, you can answer that.
I let her know that Kouri had stolen money from my brother, and I thought she needed to know that.
And what else did you think she needed to know at that moment?
I left at that moment to go back in the house.
You didn't tell her anything else?
My recollection is that I told her that Kouri had taken money from my brother, quite a lot of money, and that there was tension.
And what did you tell the officer was the reason for the tension?
Yeah, have a quick conversation.
Yeah, sure.
My apologies,
Now, hold up. She didn't suspect her to be involved, but she told the officer that Kouri took money. Okay, but you didn't suspect her to be involved with it. Why would you tell her that she took money?
Interruption, folks. Ms. Nestor, please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. And now I forgot where I was. So let me think about it again. We were talking about what you asked the police, what you said to the police officer when you were outside. Before, and this is before that police officer has ever entered the house, right? This is your first time to see this officer.
I'm not sure.
Okay. And you felt it was important that this officer know that your sister-in-law had a motive. What was your reason for telling the officer that information?
I had an overwhelming feeling come over me that I should let someone know.
Why?
Oh, she had an overwhelming feeling come over her. Look at this stiff neck mug. You had an overwhelming feeling, huh? Strong head. Okay.
What was your overwhelming feeling?
That I should let someone know.
Because you believed it was suspicious? The death?
Honestly, at that time, I had no idea what was going on. I just had an overwhelming feeling. I had just barely talked to my brother. He was fantastic. When I talked to him just a couple hours before, I had an overwhelming feeling I should tell someone about this, so I did.
Because you thought Kouri was behind it?
I did not say that.
Did you tell the officer that Kouri had a reason to be upset with Eric because she had found out about your being a trustee over the assets before he passed?
No, not to my recollection.
You didn't mention being the trustee of a trust to this officer?
I knew that I was the trustee of the trust.
Did you share that with the officer?
Maybe. There's a potential.
Maybe there's a potential. Oh, you didn't share to the officer that you were the trustee. Okay. All right. Potentially? We listening? She wasn't in the house when... Oh, we're going to get to it. Watch this.
Sure.
So you can't remember.
Just give me a second. It's
sure. Take your time.
I mean, I didn't know that I was...
Give her a second. Right? Like, really? But with the prosecution, you was answering fluently. Oh, my.
Trustee. So I definitely could have shared that with her.
And did you share with the officer that Kouri had been upset with your brother about that before he passed?
No.
So if an
Not
officer,
to my recollection.
If an officer says you said that, that would be wrong? Or you're just not sure?
The questions are a little difficult. They're really vague. So
the questions are a little difficult. They're really vague. Really? Oh,
just give me a second. It's
sure. Take your time.
I mean, I did know that I was the trustee. So I definitely could have shared that with her.
And did you share with the officer that Kouri had been upset with your brother about that before he passed?
No.
So if an
Not
officer,
to my recollection.
If an officer says you said that, that would be wrong? Or you're just not sure?
The questions are a little difficult. They're really vague.
How was that vague and difficult? So you saying you should have shared that to him that you was a trustee. She asking you that you share to the officer that Kouri was upset that Mr. Richins made you the trustee. And you tell her the questions are vague. Are y'all listening to this woman? Was that a vague question? Was that a difficult question? I'm asking people, help me.
So not to my knowledge.
Okay. You mentioned that Kouri's son asked if he could have his dad's watch. Is that right?
Correct.
And you mentioned that Kouri just reset the watch and gave it to him.
Correct.
So Kouri didn't go through the watch trying to pick certain things out to delete, right?
I just watched her swipe it and give it to him, or delete it and give it to him.
If she hadn't swiped it, and I'm not an Apple Watch person, so maybe you know this better than I do, but that would have meant her son could read everything her husband had ever put on his iPhone, right?
I'm not an Apple Watch person either, so I can't answer that for
Is
you.
it your understanding the watches match the phone, basically?
Mine doesn't always, so but again, I'm not an Apple person, so I can't tell you.
Do you agree there could be a lot of reasons why a mother would not want a young child to have access to everything his adult father had saved on his phone?
In a hypothetical, yes, I guess.
Okay. You also
Is it a hypothetical? Yes. Come on, lady. Come on. That was a question. A real one. What?
Mentioned that Kouri told you that morning that she was going to sell the house.
Correct.
And this is the house her husband had just died in.
Correct.
And she was pretty traumatized about her husband just dying in the house.
That I don't know. You'd have to ask her.
In their bedroom, right?
What's the question? Sorry.
Do you think there's a lot of reasons why a widow would not want to continue to live in the bedroom where her husband died in front of her?
Does she know that? Huh? Does she know that? Does she know that? Are we gonna play crazy?
Honestly, I can see some people would and some people wouldn't.
Okay.
So who wants to stay in the house if your husband or wife died in it? But who would still want to stay in that house? Like, I don't want to stay in no house if my wife died. I'm in the house no. Oh Lord, I don't know. I'm telling y'all. I was gonna say it's not like she took some money. She took $650,000 and the down payment her best friend put on the house, and she sold her house. House went in foreclosure. She was $1.8 million in debt. Yeah, I know about that. Let's get into it though. I do know about that, but you got to prove like the death, like. Especially if they got a prenup and her sister's the trust, why would she want to kill him? If she was upset that her sister was the trust, why would she have reason to kill him? I want to know that.
You also mentioned just now, and also when you were on direct with Mr. Bloodworth, that you never knew your brother to use anything other than Advil. Is that right?
When he asked what I had seen him take, correct.
Are you aware that your brother did use other substances?
After his death, from his medical records that I got, it said that he occasionally took it for back pain.
Took what?
THC.
Okay. Which is marijuana?
Marijuana.
So when he was alive, he didn't share with you that he used marijuana, did he?
Not directly. No.
And you talked about your mom, which I think is great, was a drug and alcohol counselor.
Correct.
And that it was important to her that your family not be engaged with the use of drugs when she was alive.
No, I said prescription medication.
Okay. So your brother knew that it was important to your family. Sobriety was an important thing to your family.
I'll be honest with you, my mom was not against marijuana use.
Okay. But you said you were?
Mom was not against marijuana use. She was a drug counselor. I don't believe nothing them 20 wrinkles I see in your forehead is saying. Do anybody believe that if her mother was a drug counselor, that she was okay with weed? Now, I do know about the life insurance too, but do y'all think that? Like, this ain't making no sense to me.
I said prescription medication earlier.
Okay. But for whatever reason, your brother didn't share with you during his lifetime that he used marijuana.
No.
And I know you were here during the opening opening statement he used from Eric's. You didn't know that was in his house? You didn't share.
I knew that Kouri had some in there. He had shared that with me.
But he didn't tell you he did?
No.
And y'all remember I said, right? With your in-laws, you now she say her mother wasn't against weed or nothing like that, but he didn't tell you what he was doing. So if he didn't tell you, who else he was gonna tell, right? He was taking gummies though. Why she didn't know? Why she didn't know? I get it, weed is just a plant, but her mother was a drug counselor, right? She can't sit up here and tell me her mother was okay with weed. I'm just saying, I don't care about weed either. But as a drug counselor, and she didn't know her brother was taking gummies or doing extra stuff, how close? Okay. I mean, I don't know.
And you also, did you know that your brother drank alcohol?
I knew that he socially drank, but he was responsible.
I don't know if she
chose not to do that in front of you. Is that fair?
Correct.
And it's also fair and totally understandable that your brother's not going to talk about his sex life with you.
He actually did.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
His bro. Okay, now look, to make this make sense, right? He actually did talk about his sex life with her, right? Who believed it? Who believed it? Who believed that? Put a 1 if you believe, right? And I'm serious. Put a 1 if you believe. He actually talked about his sex life with his sister. Because remember, this is the same woman who just said that she didn't even know her brother was doing gummies. So why would he talk about his sexual life with her? Look at it. Why? Why would he do that? He didn't even tell her about gummies, y'all. Right? Listen, I'm watching this case and I'm following what these people are saying. Right? Like real talk, I'm following it. And she say he actually did. Are you kidding me? She lost me early when I seen that. He wouldn't tell you about gummies, but he'll tell you how he daddy long strokes his wife. What? The Ocean, Miss Ocean, the beautiful Ocean, the beautiful Lily. Do y'all believe that? He wouldn't tell her about gummies, but he'll explain in detail to her about his sex life, and look at her. She like, actually he did. Oh my.
Did your brother share with you that he was taking testosterone?
Yes, he did.
And you knew that?
Yes.
Did
he shared to her he was taking testosterone. Oh, he won't tell you about gummies, but he'll tell you every. Oh Lord Jesus.
I'll strike that. Did you go through your brother's phone ever?
No.
The morning after he passed, was there a period of time where you saw your sister Amy with his phone?
She did have his phone.
And how long did she have his phone in her possession?
Honestly, I wasn't watching Amy very close. I can't tell you.
Okay. Did you ever have his phone that day?
No.
Stay within the scope. Objection.
Same morning, Your Honor.
Let's keep moving. The objection is overruled. That's the last question.
That morning after Eric died, did you ever, well, let me ask it this way. When you arrived at the house, had the police cordoned off any portion of the house and said you could not enter it?
There was someone at the hall, and they said that you weren't supposed to go back down the hall.
Once they removed your brother's body from the scene, and I know that was traumatic, and I'm sorry. Once they removed his body, were you allowed to go anywhere in the house you wanted?
Yeah.
And did you see the police searching the kitchen?
Yes.
All right. What did you?
Hold up. Y'all remember earlier, we was listening to the detective, right? How lawyer like Mr. Ramos said how he didn't have it secured, right? How was she able to steady walk through this house, y'all? How was she able to do that when she's saying she see officers still searching? Are you kidding me? She was able to do that? Ain't nobody supposed to be able to do that. Oh, wait.
Garbage in the kitchen well.
That was the only thing you saw them search for. Was the
Yeah, I wasn't around them all the time, so I don't know what else they did.
Okay, that's fair. At any point that morning, did you hear Kouri being interviewed by police?
No.
So you weren't present when they questioned her about what happened that night?
No.
Did Eric share with you that he had used hydrocodone in the past, like in that pill bottle that we saw on the screen?
So Eric and I had talked about that. So that pill bottle on the screen, it was old.
So her and her brother talked about hydrocodone. They talked about sex. They talked about all his favorite positions he liked. But he didn't tell you he was chewing some fucking gummies. Man.
It was 2016, right? Because Eric had a procedure, but Eric did not want to use much of it. So actually, Eric and I had several conversations when his back hurt and everything. I actually set him up with an acupuncturist and everything so that he didn't have to use any. So
let me stop you right there. Just 1 minute.
Okay.
Let's just break it down.
Okay.
So you knew that he had used hydrocodone in the past for pain?
He did not like to, but if it was extreme,
he did use it.
Yeah, but he would never like take the whole finish prescription.
And well, as far as you knew.
Mm-hmm.
And you knew that he had back pain.
How'd she know that? How'd she know that? How'd she know he didn't take? I'm being honest. How does she know that? You're not in her house with them. You didn't even know he took gummies, but you know about all his sexual moves, huh? Man, please.
Correct.
And you knew it because you're the person that he would go to when he was in pain.
Correct.
And you helped him try to find an acupuncturist for his pain?
Yeah, he went to an acupuncturist.
How often do you do that?
I set up the appointments. They actually helped really quickly. So he went to a couple appointments. So I can't give you the exact amount, but.
And when, okay, I'll start that. You also talked about the prenuptial agreement that you saw Kouri sign at their wedding. Is that right?
I saw it before she signed it.
Right. And is it true that in the prenuptial agreement that Kouri knew that if something happened to Eric, she would not recover? She wasn't in touch. She surrendered. Let me ask it this way. Were you aware that as part of the prenuptial agreement, she was surrendering any claim on his business of C&E?
No. Objection. The prenup's in evidence. It says what it says. I don't think that's an accurate characterization.
I can rephrase.
The question is about what Ms. Richins Benson understood.
That's what I was
and
going
so
to say.
you will be able to point out later whether her understanding matches the text or not.
So was it your understanding that she was surrendering any claim to his business at C&E in the prenuptial agreement?
Only if they divorced. If he died, then she would get the business while they were still married.
Okay. But if he died, once you became trustee, you were aware that his business would actually go into the trust, not to her, correct?
The business is a trust asset. His partnership is in the trust.
Okay.
So you see that? You see that this work? I'm telling you. Were you aware that even if he died, his business will go into trust? His business is the trust. Whoever the trust, you wrinklehead motherfucker. Get her. I'm sorry, I don't know your name, but get her.
Done before he passed.
Correct.
And again, you don't recall telling the officer that Kouri was upset about that prior to the officer coming in the house?
No.
Okay. The morning that you were there, was there any period of time where you were in the garage?
Yes, we went into the garage.
And what was your purpose for going into the garage?
A medical examiner or some medical person, had asked me, do you know if Eric took any kind of pill today, an allergy pill, anything? And I said, I'll go check his truck. I know he takes allergy pills, but I'll go check his truck. So I went to the garage to check his truck.
And when you were checking his truck, was there anyone back there with you?
Lisa Darden, her mom, and Bree, I think it's Sorensen, followed me.
And when you were in the truck, how long were you in his truck?
Not long at all.
When you got there, was Amy in the truck?
No.
At some point, did you see Amy in the truck?
No, not to my recollection.
All right. You also mentioned that Kouri mentioned to you when she said that she was going to sell the house. I believe Mr. Bloodworth asked, could she have sold the house? And you said the answer was no. Is that right?
Correct.
And the reason the answer is no is because why?
Because the house was not Kouri's asset. It was in Eric's trust. Her name was not on the deed, anything like that.
But she was his spouse under the law, right?
She was his spouse under the law, yeah.
And she had a marital interest in the house, right?
Now that's all in civil court. I can't.
Sustain.
Yeah.
See that? See that? Now remember, since civil, the house is under the trust. Come on, y'all.
Okay. All right, now I want to talk about before the body was removed. Were you present or did you have an understanding about where they were going to take the body?
No.
Did you hear a conversation or were you a part of a conversation that discussed that there was going to be an autopsy?
I know I heard that day that they were taking him for an autopsy.
So before he even left the house, there was discussion that he was going to be autopsied. I think that's a verb. I'm not sure.
I can't tell you if it was before or after.
But there was a discussion in the house about it. You all knew it.
That they would take him for an autopsy?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the conversation that you testified about where there was a discussion about cremation or burial with Kouri's mom.
Correct.
At that point, the autopsy was over, right?
I don't know when the autopsy was over.
When was that conversation?
That conversation was on the 5th.
So 2 days after he passed. And where was the body at that time, to your knowledge?
I'm
so sorry. I thought you were finished. I apologize.
The question was on the 5th.
Yeah, it was on the 5th when we talked about the burial.
So 2 days after they removed, one day, after they removed his body from the house.
Correct.
So when you were having that conversation, where was your understanding of where the body was?
It would have been in one or two places, either at the medical examiner's office or at the mortuary.
So bear with me then. At the point that his remains were finally interred, either through cremation or burial, that autopsy already would have happened, correct?
Honestly, I remember talking to the mortuary. They were watching to see when it was done. They said that it could take a couple days because it was later. So I can't tell you if it was done or not. I can't remember.
Let me ask you this way. They weren't going to let you bury him or cremate him until they'd finished that autopsy and release the body to the family, correct?
I mean, I would assume so, but I've never dealt with this with the medical examiner's office. So
And once you all had that conversation with Lisa and Kouri about whether he wanted to be buried or cremated, did Kouri agree to bury him?
It went back and forth for a little while.
And then did Kouri agree to bury him?
Yeah, we buried him.
That's right. The handwriting samples that Mr. Bloodworth asked you to identify. Is it fair to say that you organized an effort to gather a bunch of signatures of Eric's to compare with the signature, another signature, to see if Kouri, do you believe Kouri forged his signature on something?
Yeah, it was for the civil lawsuit that we were going through. And yes, it was to see if that was his signature or not, because he had told me he did not sign it.
And you personally took responsibility for that effort of gathering those signatures, correct?
So my duty as personal representative is to look into any claim that the estate may have. So yes, I did.
And you sent that information to the prosecution team in this case?
I did not personally send it, no.
You did hire an expert to look at it, right?
Yeah, yes, I just told you that's my fiduciary duty as a representative of my brother, so over his estate, to look into any claims that the estate has.
And who was the expert that you hired to look at those handwriting samples?
His last name's Throckmorton.
And it's Matthew Throckmorton?
I only ever met him once. I think his first name's Matthew, yeah.
And you guys paid him a fee to do that?
I actually didn't pay him. My law firm did, but then it went on the bill, so I didn't directly pay him.
May I approach, Your Honor? May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
I'm handing you a document that's been marked INP-KRB3.
Okay, I've not seen this before.
Okay, I'll take that. Thank you so much. Did you pay other experts in connection with this investigation?
I did.
Who were the other experts you hired? Was Brooke Carrington one of them?
Objection, point of clarification. When she says this investigation, the
Yeah.
criminal investigation or the civil investigation?
Provide a little more foundation, please.
Yes, sure, I'm happy to. Did the trust hire a woman named Brooke Carrington to do a financial investigation on Kouri Richins?
It's really tricky. It would actually be the estate that did, not the trust that did. Okay. So Brooke Carrington works for the estate.
And were you also in charge of the estate?
Correct. I am a personal representative for my brother.
And you personally paid Brooke Carrington?
Correct.
Okay. May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
All right, I'm handing you another document. I was believe you've seen this before.
Yes.
KRB2. KRB2. What is that document?
So Brooke was a financial forensic accountant for us, looking into any claims that the estate would potentially have. So I paid her for her work on that.
And what is that amount that you paid Brooke Carrington?
$14,600 and
I move to admit that. Is there any defense, please?
Defense heroes are fees.
Can we publish that to the jury, please?
Ready to go. One moment. Here you go.
What's the date on that check?
6/21 of 23.
All right. And are you aware if that was after Kouri had been charged with this crime?
Let me think of dates really quick. Yes, it was after, because once Kouri had been charged, Brooke quit working for us, so she sent a bill and I paid the bill once.
And why did she quit working for you?
She started working for the state, and we hired a different forensic accountant to work for the estate.
And who provided her name to the state as a potential expert?
I'm not sure.
That wasn't you?
I actually never even talked to any of the prosecution or anything before that, so no, it was not me. I did not even know who they were.
I'm sorry, you said you hadn't talked to the prosecution prior to June of 2023?
Prior to her being arrested.
Let me clarify to make sure that I don't impeach you for something you're not meaning to say.
Okay.
When you say the prosecution, you mean the actual people sitting at the table, not their investigators.
Oh, yeah, them.
Because you had talked a lot to the investigators prior to Kouri being arrested.
I had talked to investigators. I had never talked to these guys.
Totally fair. I just didn't want to come out.
Sorry,
nope.
The difference.
I wanted
Thank you.
I wanted to be right. So to go back to that, you had talked a lot to the investigators that were investigating this case on the criminal side prior to Kouri being arrested.
I had talked to them.
And as a matter of fact, on March 21st of 2022, so before there was an official finding of Eric's cause of death, isn't it fair that you sent an email to the chief detective, the same one you talked to in the driveway or outside the house, with the timeline of everything suspicious that Kouri had done in the last multiple years?
Exactly.
This is a theme, right? But they remember what they want to. Oh my.
May May I approach, Your Honor?
Oh, I'm sorry, yes. Counsel, I trust you folks. You can have leave to approach the witness as needed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Man, it's crazy, y'all.
Okay, I'm showing you a document that's been marked as KR6. Just take a second, as much as you need, and tell me if you recognize that document.
She don't need to go to Muslim, bro. Not paying attention. This woman's testimony is shaky. I don't trust her. Don't trust her.
Okay, do you recognize that document?
Yes.
And is that the email that I was just talking about that you sent to Detective Woody on March 21st of 2022?
Correct.
And attached to that email is what you called a timeline, is that right?
Correct.
How many pages is that timeline you provided to Detective Woody?
Nine, if I'm counting right. Okay.
What was your purpose for sending that timeline to Detective Woody?
Because I'm not a detective. Eric's death was suspicious, so I wanted to get it to the professionals.
And everything in there is about Kouri, right?
No, not everything.
Did you identify anyone else you thought might have been involved in Eric's death in this timeline?
It talks about...
Don't read it because it's not in evidence, but you can just generally talk about the topics.
I know it talks about Lisa in there. I saw as I was flipping through it, talks about Ronnie's fiance or girlfriend, Bree. Talks about a lot of different people.
All right, and that timeline goes back years probably. Is that fair? Does it start way before he died?
Yeah, 2016.
So you go all the way back to 2016 in the information you gave the investigators.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. And then do you remember shortly after that you did some investigation into Kouri's business online and forwarded that to an investigator? Do you remember doing that?
I did not personally do the investigation, but if you show it to me, I can definitely tell you.
Okay.
How don't she know if she did it? Are y'all kidding me? I don't know if I did it personally, but you could show me. That sounds like Jennifer McCabe for real.
All right. May I approach her? I forgot. Sorry. It's habit. That's federal court. I'm seeing you. It's been marked for identification as KRB 11. See if that refreshes your memory a little bit. Is that your email address?
Correct, it is.
So that's you forwarding to the investigator background information on Kouri's businesses?
Correct.
All right. And then...
She just said she didn't do it. But it's her. I mean, I'm not, man, this...
Do you also remember forwarding on March 28th to the same investigator reporting that Kouri had asked for her wedding ring back from the medical examiner and you thought that was suspicious? Remember doing that?
Can you show me the email again?
Can you show me that? You don't know if you did that? How you don't know what you did? How you don't know that?
Not her wedding ring, my brother's.
I'm sorry, the ring that he wore
Correct.
on his finger. And she was asking for it back, right?
Correct.
And you thought the detective should maybe test the ring, or you thought that was suspicious and you reported that?
Yeah.
Also in there, you talk about ring cameras. Did you share ring camera information with the investigators?
I did not have the ring camera information.
Okay. Do you remember in May of 2022, suggesting with the officers, the investigating officer, that Kouri may have tried to kill your brother on Valentine's Day with a sandwich?
Yeah, because my brother talks to me about it.
As far as you know, had that information ever been imparted to them before you gave that to them?
I would have no way of knowing that.
Okay, fair. Did you also do some online sleuthing into her mom's Venmo and Susan Kohler's Venmo?
I did not personally.
Did you forward that information to the investigators to use in the
Can I see the
Sure.
email, please?
Yep.
So what I want to email Miss Lily, and it's all coming back, she did it. Why does she keep needing to see the email? Oh my.
Routine with an email dated April 25th. Is that your email address?
Correct.
Okay. So the answer is yeah, did that?
Yeah.
All right.
Your Honor, objection. In this case, the email. There's no sleuthing into Susan Kohler's Venmo. It was just into Lisa Darden's.
I'm sorry. It does mention Susan. You want to see it again?
Do you want to just show the jury what it says instead of just talking about it?
Sure. I move to admit the exhibit. And Katie, can you pull that up?
Any objection, Mr. Bloodworth?
No objection.
Okay. Give me the number.
Come on, y'all. How does she not know these things? What she did? Come on. Them questions that need to be answered. I mean, that could be true, Miss Lily, but why she don't remember? Like, that should be stuff that just pop off the top of your head. All right? I can remember clearly where I was with my son when she had birth early at 6 months. I can remember that clearly. And he passed away. I can remember that. I know where I was at. How can she remember this shit like this?
One more time, Ms. Nestor.
It would be 3004.
Okay. This will be D3004. This is, for the record, an April 25, 2022 email from an email address in bold print indicated as Richins Benson. We'll publish it now.
Can you blow that up, please, so Jerry can see it? You see that there you were looking into two different people's Venmo accounts, Susan Kohler and Lisa Darden?
Yeah, those are the two people that are on there.
And you also investigated the background of Susan Kohler and shared that with the prosecutor?
I did not personally.
But you forwarded it?
Correct.
Okay.
Why does she keep saying she did not personally? Yes, you did. Right? You did personally. Do it. Yes, you did. Why is she trying to make like she didn't do that? That's where I'm confusing. Yes, you did. You did do that. It's coming from your email, lady. Hey, come on now.
At some point, didn't you also get access to Kouri's banking records?
Not for a long time down the road.
Okay. May I approach, Your Honor? My brain is wide about it. I'm showing you a letter that's marked for identification as KRB 16, a letter dated November 7th of 2022, which is a few months after Eric died. Can you just read that for a minute and tell me if you remember that letter?
Honestly, I've never seen this before.
Okay, totally fair.
Do you want me to keep reading the whole thing?
Can I identify it?
Okay.
I might have read it.
Uh-uh.
Do you remember being asked how you obtained Kouri's private bank records without her permission?
Well, she did say she seen her brother. Like, I can't remember this, but I think she did see him. I'm not sure. I think she talked to him, but
Did anyone ever confront you about that?
I think we're talking about two different things. The only bank records or banking that we have received is through the litigation for the civil lawsuit when the trust was granted a constructive trust. And so that's the only thing.
So in your role as trustee, you went about to get her private banking records?
No, it's all litigation, and it's really hard for me to go through it. I mean, my lawyer's here; he can speak to it a lot better than I can.
Definitely don't want you to have to become one of us, so don't worry about it. You also had multiple interviews with the Summit County investigators. They came to your house once and interviewed you. Is that right?
Correct.
And you also interviewed with Detective Woody, I think, here or in this area, in this complex somewhere. And you also had multiple phone calls.
That's what I feel. She acting like she hesitant, like to answer, like what you hesitant for? Like she is acting like she gonna get in trouble. Am I the only one who's seeing that?
Conversations with the prosecution, all this before Kouri was arrested. Is that right? We just looked at a bunch of emails.
Objection, we have to be more precise. Decision matters in this business.
Is it fair to? I'll withdraw.
Is different. The prosecution may be different things.
I'll rephrase it, Your Honor. I'm happy to. It was a little confusing, so let me try that again. Is it fair to say you had regular communication with the investigators in the criminal case almost immediately after your brother's death, even before they got into the house and after?
I did talk to the detectives, yes.
Okay, just a minute.
Yeah, probably true, Miss Lily, but
Were there occasions where you sent potential witness names and contact
my
information?
thing right here, if I got a loved one who passed away, like it ain't no way I would be acting like this, or I'll be hesitant to say I did this and did that.
To the investigators on the criminal side? Do you remember? Well, let's strike that. Because you were the trustee of the home, you guys were in charge of. Well, let me rephrase it this way. How long did Kouri stay in the house after her husband died?
Till her arrest, I believe, on May 8th of 2023.
So for that year, Kouri remained in the home with her boys. Is that right?
Correct.
Right. After that, you became in charge of maintaining the home once Kouri was arrested. Is that right?
I did before as well, too. I fixed water leaks, paid off the mortgage, stuff like that.
Right. And you fixed a water leak in that house on Willow Court?
Correct.
When was that?
It was in February. It was when it was January or February. There was a ton of snow on the ground, so I had to pay people to shovel all the snow to get down to it.
Okay, and that was Kouri and Eric's home?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, at the trust house.
Got it. I understand. During that time, were there times where law enforcement needed access to the house to search it?
Are you talking after?
After Kouri's arrest, sorry.
Yes, yes.
All right. About how many times did you guys have to provide access to law enforcement to search that house?
I don't know off the top of my head.
If I were to say around 10, 11 times, does that sound completely out of bounds, or does that sound about right?
So I put my husband over all of that. So I'm not going to have the best knowledge of that.
So that would be your husband?
Correct.
Right. But the private investigator that you guys hired answered to you, right? Not your husband?
He was hired by the estate.
So he communicated with you directly?
Both me and my husband.
Did you give him unfettered access to the house?
No.
How many times would you say that investigator was in that house?
That's going to be better to ask my husband as well, too. My husband went with him every time.
Totally fair. Did you guys have the video equipment set up inside the house?
Like cameras to monitor? Yeah, yeah.
When did you guys put that in there?
I apologize, but that is also better to ask my husband. He was over all of that.
All right.
Better to ask my husband. Better to ask my husband. You don't know nothing? This was mind-boggling when I seen this, y'all.
Course indulgence for just a moment, Your Honor.
Oh, look at them huddling up. They're huddling up. Look at her just stone-faced. She look like that Senator John McCain, don't she? Like, take her hair off her head. She look just like John McCain. God rest his soul. Don't she look like John McCain?
I'm almost done. You're almost there. Done a good job. So do you remember when you retained Todd Gabler to investigate Kouri Richins?
The exact date, I can't remember. I think it was at the beginning of April
So-
of 2022. Could have been March. I don't
Within a
have the
couple
exact
of
date
weeks.
with me.
I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt.
Oh,
you.
sorry. No, yeah.
Within a couple of weeks of Eric's death.
Yeah, correct.
At some point, did you guys plan a celebration of life for Eric beyond the role, like a celebration of life?
No. Did
Yes.
I? No.
Yes.
No.
You weren't involved in that?
No.
No, I agree. No, that is
And
true.
just one moment, I need to.
You were supposed to do a lot to try to figure it out. I get that. But it's a lot she don't remember. I put my husband up to it. I don't remember about the email, huh? You is the sister. Your husband ain't gonna go harder than you. Like, that's just me. Ain't nobody gonna go harder than me about my siblings. That's just me.
One date. What was the date of Eric's funeral?
I'm really sorry if I'm wrong, but I think it was let's see. I have to see a calendar. I think it's March 11th.
So
I think,
within a week or so of his death, probably, give or take.
yeah, it was quick after.
And wasn't there a celebration of life on April 1st? Do you remember that? Were you involved in that at all?
No.
Okay, totally fair. Ms. Richins Benson, that is all we have. I'm sorry your loss, and thank you for answering our questions. Thank you.
Mr. Bloodworth, any redirect and scope of cross?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Please.
Ms. Richins Benson, you just discussed with.
Trying to get ahead of the game, Scott. I don't know what caused that. Let's avoid that in the future. Keep going, Mr. Bloodworth.
Okay, Ms. Richins Benson, you just testified in response to the defense questioning about a civil lawsuit.
Correct.
Did the civil lawsuits begin on March the 28th, 2022, about 3 weeks after Eric's death?
That is when it was filed. It was threatened very quickly after Eric's death.
And who filed the lawsuit?
Kouri did.
Against who?
Against me as trustee of the trust.
And to defend against that lawsuit on behalf of the trust.
Correct.
You employed Mr. Throckmorton, or your lawyers employed Mr. Throckmorton and Ms. Carrington.
Correct.
And then Kouri Richins was arrested on May 8th, 2023.
Correct.
After May 8th, 2023, did the estate or the trust employ Mr. Throckmorton or Ms. Carrington?
No.
The defense counsel asked you about a timeline where you presented certain information to the investigators, right? The detectives. And they referenced that information related to some financial information?
Correct.
Did that include your reporting that Eric went to get money from his bank and found an empty bank account?
Correct.
But in her defense, right, I know we saying y'all talking about money, but right, in Kouri's defense, right, she got 3 kids, you know, by this guy. You innocent until proven guilty, right? And then they just trying to come in and snatch it for her? What would y'all do? What would y'all do? Just let them snatch y'all house that y'all had with y'all significant other, got 3 kids? Would you take it, Sylv? Think about it.
Did you also report that Kouri signed his signature on a $250,000 home equity loan against his house without his knowledge?
Correct, and that's what I told the detective that day.
And did you also tell them that Eric found multiple credit cards pulled in his name that he had nothing to do with?
Correct.
And that he talked to a divorce attorney?
Correct.
We're going to renew our 4041, 401, 43, 404B. I'm also stating for the record that I think he's now kicked the door wide open. I want to recross on all the things I would have had in my direct because it all deals with this stuff.
You're going to have a longer conversation about the last piece. Your
Okay.
401 and 402 objections are overruled.
And 404B. All the financial stuff that we've litigated already. I think I have to do it when he tries to put the evidence in.
No, but this approach.
Line where you presented certain information to the investigators, right? The detectives. And they referenced that information related to some financial information?
Correct.
Did that include your reporting that Eric went to get money from his bank and found an empty bank account?
Correct.
Did you also report that Kouri signed his signature on a $250,000 home equity loan against his house without his knowledge?
Correct, and that's what I told the detective that day.
And did you also tell them that Eric found multiple credit cards pulled in his name that he had nothing to do with?
Correct.
And that he talked to a divorce attorney?
Correct.
We're going to renew our 4041, 401, 43, 404B. I'm also stating for the record that I think he's now kicked the door wide open. I want to recross on all the things I would have had in my direct because it all deals with this stuff.
You're going to have a longer conversation about the last piece. Your
Okay.
401 and 402 objections are overruled.
And 404B. All the financial stuff that we've litigated already. I think I have to do it when he tries to put the evidence in.
No, but Just approach for a minute.
Now, listen. No, I am listening. I am, Miss Lily. I take all that in, right? But you still got to prove within a reasonable doubt that she killed this man. Right? You got to prove that. Right? You got people out here who have money problems. Couples go through it. I think every couple go through it. And we don't all went overboard this sometimes. That don't mean we don't kill somebody though. Right? Cause I know, boy. Man, say, listen. We all go overboard. I get it though. Right? I get it. Like that's a strong point from them with a case.
Ms. Richins, you saw smart.
Yeah, I do. Thank you.
Mr. Bloodworth, your next question, please.
Look.
Did you also provide the police with information on Eric meeting with a divorce attorney, Christina Miller?
Yes, correct.
And Eric meeting with a trust and estates attorney, Crystal Bowman Carter?
Yes, I did.
Did you provide the police with information about a separate house rented in Oakley, Utah?
Yes.
Did you provide the police with information about a change in life insurance beneficiaries?
Yes, I did.
Did you provide the police with information on friends of the defendants and Eric's that they should potentially interview?
Correct.
Did you provide the police with information about a discussion involving the trust and control of the house 2 days after Eric died?
Correct. You're referring to the altercation on that, right?
I am.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, you're referring to the altercation. You know her. But you don't know when they ask you questions.
Did you provide some information to the police regarding, I think you mentioned earlier, like a demand notice as it relates to the civil lawsuit?
Yes.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Okay.
No, I get it. They is. That's
Esther, why don't you perform any recross that you think is within the scope of that redirect? We'll take a break and have an additional conversation.
Thanks, Aaron. I'll be happy to. I need to grab that back.
No, I agree. Like I said,
okay, so just to put in perspective, what just happened, all those things Mr. Bloodworth talked about that you told the police about, we're talking about March 21st, before y'all even know how Eric died, right?
Correct.
And he talked to you about a HELOC, is that right?
Correct.
And what's a HELOC? Tell us what that is, what it stands for. Do you know what it stands for?
I do not know what it stands for.
That's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
What do you know it to be?
Like a home equity loan?
That's what it stands for.
Okay.
Home equity line of credit. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me, as far as the HELOC goes, it's your belief that Kouri got one of those on the house without Eric's knowing about it, right?
Correct. Eric told me.
And one of the documents that you executed as trustee, when you became trustee of the trust, was something called a durable power of attorney. Do you remember that?
That I executed?
I'm using fancy lawyer words. I'm sorry. A document you had to sign. Where the trust gives you power of attorney over all of Eric's assets. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, I was his power of attorney.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think it was durable. I think it was power of attorney.
Just leave that word out. It doesn't even matter. All right. So you had a power of attorney, and that was before Eric died, right?
That I had a power of attorney before Eric died?
To be trustee, if he ever did die. Do you remember?
I would have to ask my lawyer that too.
No,
I'm sorry, because I know all of it's very different. And
she had to ask her lawyer. Yeah. When did she say that to the prosecution? Shout out Pretty Cookie. Damn, I'm sorry, Pretty Cookie. Anybody in Tennessee? Two. The text to her boyfriend. You talking about Kouri, the dude that she was dealing with?
No worries. I don't want to turn you into a lawyer up there. Okay. This is actually really important. Okay. So there was a time where you had to revoke all prior power of attorneys that were granted by Eric in order for you to have the final power of attorney, right? Do you remember that?
Is that on like the letter's testimony? Or
let me
have to show it to me. I'm sorry.
Let me pull it up. Katie, do you have the revocation? Yeah. Just a minute.
Pretty Cookie, you all right there, Tim? You broke down? Okay. I ain't got to the boyfriend testified too. Normal Miami mom. I gotta watch that. I ain't seen that one, so I gotta watch it.
Let me look at what the number is. It's KRB 5 or 6. This one, it's probably, do you see it? The revocation? Okay, can you pull that up on the screen? Only for, Your Honor, we only want to show this to the witness and counsel.
Understood.
For right now.
That document is in front of the witness and counsel.
Do you see the document?
Yeah, so that's something my brother signed to revoke any power of attorneys after he found out that she used his. That's not something I've signed.
I'm sorry, objection. The copy I'm looking at is not signed by anybody.
Yeah, this one's
That's
not
okay.
signed.
Well,
Yeah.
I can follow up on what you just said because it sounds like you know what I'm talking about.
Do you have an objection?
I just want to make sure we're looking at the same document. She said signed, and I'm not seeing
Okay.
You were looking at the same document.
Yeah,
Whether
it's
the same document.
not signed,
Pause
Brad.
for-
That was my bad.
Pause for one moment for indicating. Whether Ms. Nestor's referring to a different document.
Understood.
I think I can clear all this up, and I don't really care too much about the document itself. I'm trying to refresh your memory. It sounds like it's refreshed. So you remember that Eric had to revoke power of attorneys that Kouri had previously had.
Yes, Eric did revoke it.
And you remember what that means is she had a previous power of attorney from Eric. Is that right?
She did have a previous power of attorney, but he did not know that she used it and took out the money.
But the power of attorney she had, and he was upset about it and wanted to revoke it so she couldn't do it again. Is that fair?
No, to be fair, he said he never signed that one. So there's a lot of litigation on if that's actually proper or not, because he said he did not sign that one. But she did have the
Your
signature.
Honor, hold on just a minute.
Yeah.
Your Honor, we did not ask her to say what Eric said specifically. I would ask that we strike that, or at least tell the jury it's for purposes of why she did what she did and not to take it for truth of the matter.
So let's be careful here. There have been times when Ms. Richins Benson has given an explanation for why she did or didn't do a thing, and that may have included her recollection of what Eric Richins told her.
Look at her.
Those
She knows
comments
what the
so
fuck she
far
did.
are inadmissible hearsay that cannot be considered for their truth as to whether Eric actually did those things or not, or thought those things or not. Rather, they can only be considered as context for why Ms. Richins Benson, as the listener, the hearer of those comments, did or didn't do whatever she did or didn't do next.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate that clarification. So to go back, it's your understanding. I just want to I'm not going to beat a dead horse here, but I'm hearing you say that you knew that there was a previous power of attorney that had been given to Kouri, whether Eric signed it, didn't sign it, that there was a dispute about that. And at some point before he died, he said, I'm going to revoke all previous power of attorneys, including that one.
Yes.
That's what I needed. Thank you very much. Also, Mr. Bloodworth just asked you about Eric seeing a divorce attorney. Do you remember when that was?
The dates and everything, it was in 2020. So it was before he did his will.
About 2 years before he passed, he saw a divorce attorney, right?
A year and a half.
And is it true that you or your husband are the person who set that meeting up with the divorce attorney?
Correct.
Which one of you?
My husband.
And did you just know this person? So you're like, hey, use this lady, or why were you involved in that?
I wasn't. I just said it was my husband. So you'd have to ask him on that.
Totally
Sorry.
fair. Also, Your Honor, because, may I approach just to be safe? When you were previously being questioned by me, I asked you a question and we decided we weren't going to go into that, but we are going to go into it now. So I'm going to ask it very specific, okay? Did Kouri ever ask the trust to pay her any money in the year after Eric's death, separate from the litigation? Did she ask you to make any disbursements to her or the boys in the year after Eric died as trustee?
Not that I can remember.
That's all I have, Your Honor. And we will fully release this witness. She can remain in the courtroom for the remainder of the trial.
Now, all right. It's gonna be fun. And we're gonna get through a lot of it tomorrow, man. It's good, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. This good. You know, I said, look at it like this. You know, innocent, guilty. Them two things they're gonna have to pick. Do they have reasonable doubt to do that? Man, I'm seeing it. But we're gonna get through a lot of this, y'all. I'm loving this trial right now. I love all y'all, man. And I appreciate y'all rocking with me. For real, for real. Before I go, man, if y'all ain't hit that like button, hit that like button. If y'all ain't shared it, please share. Right? Let me turn up for y'all real quick because I appreciate y'all to death. One more time. Oh no, I agree too. I must go too. And I'll see y'all soon today. Y'all have a great rest of y'all morning. See y'all later. Love y'all to death. TRUF. Truth.
He's the mirage in the rear view glass.
It's Ray from Dallas.
Let slip past. Was he here? Was he there? Was he ever mine?
Ray from Dallas?
Just a trick played by time.
This dude is savage as fuck.
Or just a dream?
What up, Ray from Dallas?
Beam. Ray from Dallas. Tell me true.
He's fun.
Hi, Ray.
This appears to be a black man.
Ray from Dallas.
Let's take this walk.
Is he real or just a dream? Falling stars or a laser beam? Ray from Dallas, tell me true. Are you the myth or the man I knew?
This dude is
savage as fuck.